Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
We are back with the long-awaited second episode of So Much for Summer Love with our favorite people.
So much for summer love.
And it's August now, so it's like extra appropriate. So much for
Yes.
summer
Oh my god.
love.
I didn't even think about that. We waited for the right time to do this.
You were mine to lose.
Are we gonna
Very
get
appropriate?
We haven't had any Taylor songs this season though.
Dude, I know. All we got was You're Losing Me at the Worst Time. But
yes, literally.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Yes, go on. Introduce yourselves. And everyone, I'm Ammir. Go on, guys.
It's been a minute. I'm like, how do we do it? I forget. I haven't recorded in like 3 weeks.
We're Hits Differently, a Taylor Swift podcast. I'm Molly, and that's Ryan.
Oh, you didn't do our intro like how we normally do it. Come on. That's what we did last
We're on
time.
Ammir's channel. It's fine.
We did it last time. Forget it.
No, do it. I want to hear
it. Welcome to Hits Different.
Lee hee hee. Maybe we didn't do this last time.
Yeah, we didn't do it last time.
You know, it's been a minute. I'm Ryan, and that's Molly. And if this is your first impression of us, hello.
If it is, go over and subscribe to their channel.
Our intro really well. Yeah.
Yeah, you can expect more of this if you go.
This is not my strong suit. Intros are not my strong suit at all.
I'm just assuming everyone knows us. It's like we're Ammir's, besties, just the three of us hanging out.
Literally.
Yeah, we accidentally just spent our whole prep time talking about like a bunch of other things. How we were gonna start off
like literally as friends do, and then we're like, should we go
literally
live?
Everything else.
Literally, I was like, wait a minute, it's 12 o'clock now. I think we should go live.
Should we say hello to the folks?
Well, if anyone didn't see our first iteration of So Much for Summer Love, we're just a bunch of Swifties who want to talk about The Summer I Turned Pretty because of the Taylor Swift crossover, obviously, but now we're all very emotionally invested. And I know what's supposed to happen because I read the books. Ammir and Ryan are learning all of this stuff for the first time. So we did predictions before season 3 that were hilarious because after we saw the first 2 episodes, everything went out the window and they learned about what Jeremiah did in Cabo. And that's what the majority of our first live stream was focused on because that was after episodes 1 and 2. So, we're going to tap into how you guys are feeling now.
I feel like that was the least bad thing that he did throughout the season so far. I just feel like he's been more of a red flag going forward.
Dude. We planned this stream before we saw episode 5, like a few days ago, and we just knew it was going to be...
Stuff was going to kick off this episode,
Yeah, a lot's gone down. Jared's, yeah. I was rewatching our pre-season predictions too, and it feels like a lifetime ago and how much has changed, including our opinions. So, but yes, no spoilers in the chat because Ammir and I still literally don't know who Belly ends up with.
Literally.
Right, Ammir? You haven't seen a spoiler?
No, I haven't. Okay. I'm dodging it.
I'm like, you have to tell me if you do.
I feel like it's kind of a given now, though. I feel like Jenny's really...
What's crazy is you're like, okay, Belly, there's no way she's gonna pick Jeremiah, but I'm still like shook at how
it's gonna go down. Yeah, I have no idea.
That's what I'm just like, how are you gonna turn this around?
Is she gonna get married still and then break up afterwards, or is she gonna like run away on the altar? Like,
speaking of predictions, our preseason predictions, Ammir, I thought you'd appreciate this. I screenshotted when I was deep diving all of the amazing TikTok edits for Summer I Turned Pretty. Someone in the comments was like, what episode does Jeremiah die? And for those who don't know, we were joking about that in the preseason. Like, maybe that's how Conrad, like, they end up back together. And I was like, I'm glad we're not the only ones who like wrote him off. And we're like, that was preseason. We're like, okay. Yeah.
And then when the car crash happened in the beginning of like the end of the first episode with Steven, I was like, wait, have I just like manifested someone's death? And then he didn't die, and I was like, I'm glad.
Oh,
He could
yeah.
not die. That would have been. That would have been.
You say that,
Well, remember, in the
That would have
books, it
been
didn't
very Game of
happen.
Thrones of them. It's
Susanna
like, let's
died
just
at the beginning
killing
of the
off
second
main
season.
characters.
But in the book, the car crash didn't happen. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is he even
Really
in the
good
books?
job. Oh, dude, that's what this should be called. Not the so much for summer love. Is it even in the book?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we already covered a lot of the main differences in our last episode of the book. This episode was very true to the book, minus like the
Really?
things we already
Okay.
covered as being extra storylines. So, in case people didn't see our first live stream, just to reset real quick, the main differences are the timeline in the book. Only 2 years passed between book 2 and book 3, and in the show 4 years have passed. And then there's like some nuances with Belly and Jeremiah and like college that are different, such as like the Jeremiah not graduating on time. Like all of that's not in the book. And then Stephen and Taylor, pretty much every Stephen storyline is not in the book. In the book, he's like Belly's brother that bros around with Jeremiah and Conrad, and like this other stuff does not exist. I'm trying to think of what else. The biggest thing is that Belly didn't sleep with either brother in the book.
That is a gigantic, like,
Even though she's
that whole
clearly
scene in
slept with
episode
one
5.
of them in this.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, the scene in episode 5, I'm like, the fact that this isn't real in terms of the book was blowing my mind. I'm like, Jenny, you really just wanted to do this, Jenny. You just wanted to create this moment. Thank you very much. I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
But,
it's just that whole like that plot change in itself, which we kind of already knew they were leading that way in season 2, if I'm remembering correctly, that like they implied it in season 2 of the show.
The fireplace scene.
If not, they definitely implied it when they did the Christmas flashback in season 3. But either way, to me that changes like a lot of context of going back, like going from Conrad to Jeremiah. To me, I'm like, if you've slept with Conrad and then now you go to date his brother, that's like very different than like making out with one brother and dating him for a couple months and then going to date another brother.
She is problematic, like to a T.
Someone posted, they're like, if this ends where Belly, it won't. If it ends where she's just alone and chooses herself, they're like, I'm never gonna watch anything ever again. I was like, Jenny, could not be that savage. Please, this is not about a female empowerment. Like, I choose me. Both of these men are problematic, but neither of them deserve me. Yeah, she runs away from the wedding and chooses herself. Like, no thanks, not today. Like, pick Conrad so we can all rest easy. Like, God.
Did you see that she did an interview? I think it was like I saw it on my feed today on Instagram, and she was saying how like that there is a definitive answer at the end of the show. Like, it isn't like who does she pick or anything. Like, she specifically picks one person at the end of the show.
Oh well, yeah, I hope so.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I assume that's what happens in the book. Yeah. It feels like there's a lot of people that haven't read the books because there's like, and thankfully TikTok so far has been a safe space because it's a bunch of people who seem like us where they're just like along for the ride and have no idea, which is really fun. I feel like it's gotten so much more hype this season than ever before. Maybe it's just the downtime with like, I don't know, Summer and Taylor being wherever. I don't know.
I think so, to be fair. I think especially because it's like the final season, people are like, let's finally give this a chance. Like, because I waited till like a couple of months before this season to watch the other 2 seasons, and I was like, I'm glad because I don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, it's painful having to wait every week though. The binging,
No.
I'm like, but it's kind of fun that we're all tuning in. I mean, this last week I saw it at midnight, which is nothing compared to Ammir, who saw it at what, 7 a.m.?
Yeah, 8 a.m. when it dropped. I was
8
up
a.m.
there.
Yeah. When we're messaging back and forth, and it's so weird because it's like I'm like preparing for bed afterwards. He's like just starting his day, and like, but it was fun to have someone to like go back and forth with because you know Molly and I are. She's in a 3 hours ahead, and it's like no shot would you be awake at 3 a.m. to be watching this. It's not worth it. Yeah.
I woke up in the morning, I saw that you guys had been going back and forth. I'm like, I can't look at any of this to get through my entire work day. And then I can watch. And then I went back and read all of your messages.
That's why I put a disclaimer.
For the finale, you should just go to sleep and wake up at like 3 and watch.
Come on, I agree.
Like, and then we can all chat together. Yeah, come on. Molly's like, I hate you, but come on.
No, you're right. I'm gonna have to do that. There's no way.
You can't wait. I mean, you know,
this
the
has
ending,
never happened to me before.
Like
this has never happened where Ryan is watching something before me. It's always the other way around.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my God.
They really screwed you by making it a 12 or a 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Eastern.
Like, I don't.
It's usually midnight Eastern. Usually.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. So sorry, but yeah,
and if it was 3 a.m. on a weekend, I would maybe be able to do it. But I'm like, I have to go to work.
Yeah, it's not worth it. But the finale will be worth it. So
yeah, I won't be. Yeah. I have to avoid social media the whole day. I have to avoid our messages. You know, it stinks.
Yeah.
Twitter's the worst one. It's just covered with spoilers when the episode drops.
Right. I mean, even before, because I didn't watch the first episode, obviously, right when it dropped, and I just didn't even think about the fact that things would get spoiled. And so I like opened Twitter the next day and see, you're losing me, and I'm like, dang it.
You're like, ah!
Yeah.
Dude, people were quick.
You're losing me featured in the first episode. I'm like, no, I wanted to experience it authentically.
I was on TikTok. People were posting within like minutes of it being over, like just sending it, and I was like, I love this like live reacts and stuff. It's like it's the closest I feel like I felt to like surprise song o'clock. You know, it's like we're all united. Everyone's watching. Like a lot of people were watching like when it came out, like at the time. So
there was a massive thing in New York City, wasn't there, where they had like an outdoor cinema, and it was like the entire field was full of people watching.
I think I saw that. It wasn't live though, was it? At 3 a.m. It maybe that'd be so cool.
It was dark. It was dark outside, so I'd assume it was 3 a.m.
I'm like, wow, New York City doing the most.
But City that never sleeps.
I mean, I would do it. I'm a night owl, so I would still be watching it at 3 a.m. Probably.
2 episodes as well is crazy.
Like, yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, like, and this episode 5 was the longest.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's get into it. So, like I said, our first stream was after episodes 1 and 2. So, for anyone who needs a quick recap, where we left off was Jeremiah proposing to Belly outside of the hospital after Steven's car accident. Belly found out he cheated on her, or semantically, you could say that he didn't cheat on her. He just he should have told her that he slept with someone while they were broken up. Either way, she found out all of that, and then they get engaged. So then in episode 3, the main thing that happened was Jeremiah gives Belly a ring because
that no one can see.
He didn't have a ring.
Then he needs his glasses to find.
She's like, look at the ring, look at the ring.
He's like, wait, hold on. Here you go, Belly. It's like it's so small you can't even see it.
The fact that they went into the details and gave him glasses for that bit.
Bro, I've never seen him wear glasses any other time in the show. Like, why?
And he literally pulled them out whilst he went to find it.
Him. She hates him. I'm like, you created him. She hates him as much as we do.
I think the writing has really like backstabbed him this season. Like, I think they've done it on purpose to make him seem bad. Like, it isn't even fully his acting. Like, he's still great. It's just like the writing is so different. He's written very different to how he used to be.
They're both written different. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, this feels a little not on brand for either of them, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think we can get into it more as we talk about episode 5, but I think that the overall takeaway that you realize when you get to episode 3, when you get to book 3, is that books 1 and 2, and therefore seasons 1 and 2 have all been Belly's perspective, and that she is not a reliable narrator. So it's all about how she's perceiving Conrad and
Oh.
Jeremiah.
Okay.
And now in book 3, season 3, you're starting to get Conrad's perspective of the same things that Belly experienced, and realizing, like, and I'm not saying that he handled everything correctly, but you're just now getting
his emotions and why
his
reasons, so.
emotions, and we're really never getting Jeremiah's.
We don't need
So,
it.
like, and
I think he was like season 1 was mostly I think I want to say season 2 did focus on that quite a bit, because obviously he was like, I don't know if I can like kiss you again because I won't be able to stop kissing you, blah blah, all that stuff, and the scene
Right.
where he found out is about his mum dying, and like he had a full breakdown, and we got to like experience that, which like I missed those moments where we could actually understand how he felt and not just like be how he is this
Right.
season.
Right, like season 2, you very much like feel what Belly's feeling of, wow, Conrad just like stringing me along, or like never tells me how he feels. I don't think he actually cares about me. And here's Jeremiah, who says that he does, and he's been my best friend forever. And like, well, and maybe I should be giving him a chance. And like that's I think why Ammir and I were both team Jeremiah, and that's why I was very careful to say when we were previewing season 3 that going into season 3 I was team Jeremiah, because you did get his sweet side, and you did like learn more about his feelings for Belly and things like that. But then you get into season 3 and you're starting to realize like all the things about Jeremiah that bug Belly, or like reasons why they might not be compatible, but they're still together.
Yeah.
Right.
And
'Cause, I
now
mean,
you're
they
starting to
didn't-
get
yeah.
Conrad's side of it, and you're just like, what are you doing?
Well, and because it was just a blip. It was like when the season started, it was like, oh, now they've, like you said, they've been together for years. And so you miss all of it. But it's also kind of giving like being in a relationship and getting complacent after X amount of years, even though they have not been together that long. And it's like, now they're seeing the real side of each other. Now Jeremiah's trying a little bit less. Now, like, he's, you know what I mean? Like the way he's treating her is already like an old married couple, but like who should get a divorce, you know?
Yeah,
like
literally. Wait. Oh, wait. Is she gone?
I still have Ryan. Did you lose Ryan?
I've lost Ryan. Oh no.
Oh no.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're gonna get her back. Hold on. I don't know what's happening.
I still see her and hear her.
oh wait, that's so funny. It's like I am gone from the
Wait, you're
screen.
back. You're back. You're back. Oh my god. Wait, I don't know what happened, but you're back.
I was like, wait, what's happening? I was like, Ammir, you know what I'm talking about with the peaches? What's going on?
She just disappeared.
You're
She
like,
faded.
what? And I was like, I just like go away. Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, in the chat, Tori said Conrad was kind of mean in the first season, but people don't realize how Conrad knew about his mom's cancer and their dad cheating. For sure. Again, big difference in the book though. In the book, everyone knows Susanna has cancer. So
Oh.
like that was a big change, that like Conrad's harboring this secret all of season 1.
But I still didn't like him though. Like I didn't not realize that. I just thought that he was very externally like he'd hurt everyone else because of it, rather than like deal with it himself or like hurt himself with it. Like he made it everyone else's problem, and that's what I didn't like about it. Not that I forgot about that. Like
Right, he could not communicate his feelings, and now that he's been to therapy, he is learning how to
Dude.
do that.
It's some wild character manipulation, because I'm like, am I crazy? Like Conrad definitely was not like this in the first 2 seasons. He was like, I was always team Conrad, but knowing that it was kind of polarizing because he was problematic, and then Jeremiah was a squeaky clean guy who I pitied going into the season, being like, please don't break his heart. And now I'm like, girl, do it. Do
yeah,
whatever
just
you need to
leave
do.
him now.
Throw him away. So I'm like, Ginny is like so savage for the character manipulation, and then like wrapping it into just like perspective of like Belly being an unreliable narrator. Oh, here's actually what happened. Oh, here's Conrad's perspective. And it's so fascinating to shed light on just like the human perspective, you know? You're like, this may be your reality, but then there's somebody else's, and then there's the actual reality. And it's kind of, I think Jenny is just doing that really well, and it's kind of like crazy.
Just jarring. It's just so jarring. Like I don't actually think I could physically go back and watch the first 2 seasons and feel the same way I did like after watching this one.
When I've watched the flashbacks, I'm like, are these the real? They must be. That'd be weird to have reshot it. But like the flashbacks we keep seeing, those are like the actual scenes.
They're
like,
edited though because like not badly, but like when the main thing that I saw was the first time it flashed back for Conrad. I think it was in the first episode. It flashed back to the first shot of Belly in this episode 1, and it was a lot more golden and a lot more like the color grading was completely different.
Yeah.
So I do think they
But,
have
like,
manipulated it a
conversation
little.
though.
Conversation, I think the same.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, because I'm just like,
I think they just
wow,
made it
I'm
look
like,
different.
Because I'm watching them together in some of these flashbacks, and I'm like, he doesn't seem as bad, but it's probably because of what I know now. You know, like you're watching, yeah.
Well, they had did have some good moments. The problem was that like he would always flip on her afterwards. It would be like she thinks she's getting positive attention from him, and then the next day he'd ignore her or whatever. And so again, we know he was dealing with a lot with his mom and everything, but he still like was never being honest with Belly from her perspective about his feelings for her. And Belly has always been into Conrad, so she feels like she has some sort of unrequited love with him. She's like, I've been obsessed with you since I was a kid, and I can't tell if you like me or not, and now I'm sick of it. Like, do you like me or not? Which one of the funniest posts I saw after this was that the whole flashback to the last time they slept together scene. It's like, well, that really changes the perspective of Belly thinking Conrad didn't like her.
Yeah,
like,
that's what everyone said. Everyone has said that. They're like,
I thought you knew.
I thought
Also
you
the
knew.
way-
It's like, yeah, she should have known.
I'm sorry. Also, the way he looks at her, like, come on.
He
like,
was
there's no other person on this
smitten.
planet. Oh. Someone said in the chat, Jenny literally said in an interview something along the lines of, I made Jeremiah too good, so I had to make people understand Conrad better. Yeah, again, it's like crazy because Jeremiah was boring to me, but he could do no wrong. And then even with the cheating, you're still like, otherwise, aside from the cheating, you're like, and then now all of a sudden again, like he's just intolerable. Every time he speaks, you're like, please. I mean, oh God, this last episode was the worst. And maybe because it's Conrad's perspective, they did him dirty over and over again about like the smallest things. I'm like the cake.
The cake.
Oh, but the bitterness and the sweetness and the raspberry Kool-Aid.
The cacao is the bean. The chocolate.
You said I could choose one thing. It's like, well, where were you at? And how are you gonna fund this? Okay. Like
literally. He paid half of the cake's price for the ring. Like the cake costs double the ring. Because the ring is actually available for like 300 or something. And the cake he wanted was like 750. What? Yeah, the ring is a real ring from a company that's like they've been a whole thing. Like it's very like public. Like if you go on, I think on Instagram, I followed the actual account of the company that makes it. Like,
oh my God, no, that's terrible because it's been getting bad press because people make fun of it. Yikes. Everyone's like, oh yeah, you can afford a cake, but you can't afford a big, like, where's the ring? I can't see it. Like, oh my God. But you know, bad marketing is good marketing. So it's probably sold out. Period. Like
to be fair, they're making jokes of it as well themselves, which
for
is
sure. They're like, don't worry. They could like market it and be like, don't worry, it's back and bigger than ever. Like you don't need your glasses to see it.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Okay, so yeah, that's where I left off in my quick recap of episodes 3 and 4 was the ring. That was like literally the first thing I had written down about episode 3, and it sidetracked us a lot because it's hilarious. The other thing I have to say about that scene is like, so he didn't do the proposal clearly properly the first time around outside the freaking hospital, and now he's doing it when Belly has to run off to go meet Taylor, like while they're in their pajamas at the frat house. Give me a break. Like, no,
his need to rush
is not it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna redo it right.
Yeah, not in the bedroom. Yeah. Like,
yeah. People on The Bachelor have done better proposal redos. For any Bachelor fans
And
out there.
and in the book, when he proposes to her the first time, I think it's in her bedroom, because again, the whole hospital car crash thing never happened. And then he does have a ring then. So like they've changed a lot to make Jeremiah look even worse, like we've been saying.
That's what I
The
mean.
other
So
quick
dirty.
things are like in episode 3 is when they are going to Susanna's memorial or dedication for the flower garden in Cousins. You see Conrad decide to come back from California. Belly and Jeremiah tell everyone at that lunch that they're engaged. It goes terribly. She goes home. Then we
Oh, they
go into
left
episode
him as well, and it was so
Oh my
sad.
God.
Oh, he just stood there. He was like, "What have I done?"
He's like,
Why
anyone in
they
like
didn't
2 years, and they all just drove away.
Yeah, literally.
I'm sorry, but the fact that we didn't get the opportunity to hear like help, still let the rest run.
run. Would have been so
Bro,
good.
come on,
Yeah.
Jenny. Dang it.
I've heard a rumor that I heard someone mention that maybe they're like one of the theories is she's not played Taylor because the last song she played was "You're Losing Me," and then now we're like going through like her losing him, and then when she really falls for Conrad, that's when we're gonna start hearing Taylor again and stuff.
Well, yeah, because I saw like an old interview clip where she was basically implying that like Taylor belongs to Conrad, like Taylor songs.
That's
which
why he
I
gets all the
love.
songs.
And they were like referencing when they were at the ball or whatever, and they played that's what was it? That's the way I
That's
loved
the
you.
way I loved you.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
oh
I'm
my God,
like,
yeah.
dude, so she's just gonna swoop in, and we're gonna get like the most savage Taylor song that's just gonna wreck us. That's gonna be like so romantic, so perfect. I'm manifesting. I hope.
Unhinged theory: what if Taylor shows up in the show? Like actually Taylor,
She's
like
part of the band at the wedding.
yeah. Even not as her, maybe actually as a character, but like imagine she actually shows up with how many songs of hers are in the show. Like
She's like one of the employees or something that got invited to the wedding.
yeah.
I hope she's someone who's roasting Jeremiah or something. Like that would be funny.
He deserves it. I can't believe he wanted to invite like his dad's like colleagues and stuff to his wedding. Like,
Dude.
that's crazy.
Also, sorry, Belly, you gotta grow a spine, girl. She makes me so mad. Like, I'm a people pleaser, but dude, everything he wants, she's like, okay. Like, and also, I don't understand the rush of the wedding. I'll never get because it's like, it'd be one thing if Susanna was dying. That obviously is a storyline I could get behind. Why are we like why? Just to like be problematic and rebellious because people
That's
say don't
literally
do
it.
We're like,
Yeah.
well, we're doing it. It's like, but why?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Right. You could just get engaged and like stay engaged while you're in college. And
Dude,
be
like literally
we
her
have this
mom
commitment to each
said.
other. Yeah.
Her mom was like, wait till you graduate, which is only a year away. And if you still want to get married, she's like, send it. You're still too freaking young, but like if that's how you feel, and they're like, no. And it feels like they're rushing it almost because they realize how fragile it is. You know, it's like if we don't get married right now, we are gonna break up. It's like you're a bad influence for other women. Okay, Belly. This is not how.
And if either of them were to say, maybe we shouldn't get married right now, then both the other one would take it as a, what, you don't want to get married?
Because they're immature and they don't know how to speak. Like she's like 21, right? She just turned 21.
Yeah, I feel like
Barely,
like
so-
everyone forgets that they're like grown adults now as well. That they're doing this. Like.
Yeah, but me at 21,
which is
no
wilder
shot.
though. Like they're acting like kids, and they're like grown adults. Like
I mean, 21's pretty young.
yeah, but
I would have had no business
deciding to
getting
rush to get married in like 4 weeks at 21. I feel like you just wouldn't at that point. Like you're just like
yeah, you wouldn't do that. You literally no one ever would do that.
You do that with like you rush like that when you're like first love and stuff, like 17, 18, that kind of vibe, and like you're like, I just want to be with them forever. But like now they're like grown adults and like
yeah,
I won't
they're
go
just
to
trying
Paris.
to prove something. Yeah, they're trying to prove something to each other, prove something to everyone else, and it's toxic.
And so that happened
And
in what?
that's all
episode-
episode 4. Yeah, so episode 4 starts with like Belly's her 21st birthday, and her parents are celebrating it with her, and then she tries to bring up the wedding, and Laurel gets pissed. Jeremiah ends up coming to her house and bringing flowers. He's gonna convince Laurel
Smooth
that
talking and
they
everything.
should go forward with this wedding, and she's like, nah, not like this, bud. Like, didn't you always want me? You know, you always wanted me as a son-in-law. She says, not like this.
Yeah.
I didn't hate him as much in episode 4 and before. Like, he was starting to trend down, but I was like, okay, even though I think they're dumb for getting married this quickly / period, it seemed like they were at least in it together. So I was like,
Him
okay,
bringing
it's
the
like them
flowers was
against
really
the
nice.
world. Like he really took a turn this last episode. It was like he was in it, and then all of a sudden now he's like on another planet. He's not in it at all, which is confusing. But also I'm like, why are you guys pitting each other against everybody else? Like, why is it you against the world? It's like trying to make this whole thing that doesn't exist of like, oh, like we have to do it in spite of everyone. It's like everyone supports you, just not like this. Like no one's like,
Also-
don't marry Jeremiah, don't marry Belly. It's like, dude, just not right now.
Yeah, literally. Also,
And yeah, that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you notice in the new episode I know we're not on that point yet, but he mentioned that his dad's secretary is helping set up the wedding, and Belly already knows that he cheated on Susanna with her, which is crazy. Like,
yeah, Ryan probably didn't know the storyline. So yeah, this is a big connection that people made that it's in the books too. They just changed the character name. Is that Conrad, when he and Belly were together, or maybe it was even before they were together, I don't remember when, at some point, a conversation just between Conrad and Belly, he says, my dad cheated on my mom while she was in chemo with his secretary. And we find out her name. And then, like, in the show, again, like they changed the names from book to show, but in the show
we
we've
had the
already
same
heard the name,
scene,
like
yeah.
Kaylee, I think is her name.
Yes,
Yeah, like Conrad said he cheated with his secretary Kaylee, and Belly's like, oh my gosh. And now Kaylee is the one who's helping to plan the wedding.
Yikes.
Which is crazy. And I didn't realize it was her originally, but in the last episode, in episode 4, when they're in the office, she's like, oh, you look pretty today, Jeremiah. And I was like, this is a bit weird. And then I found out that it was the person who his dad cheated with. And I was like, that's even weirder. Like, I don't know what's going on here now. Like, I'm kind of confused.
But we think, like, both in the book and in the show, we have no indication that Jeremiah knows any of this.
Okay.
Like, as far as Jeremiah knows, she's just his dad's coworker. So he's probably not thinking anything of it when his dad says, oh, my secretaries will help Belly with the wedding planning. He's like, great. And Belly's thinking, oh my gosh, Conrad told me that's who his dad cheated on his mom with.
I thought the reaction was because there was like some foreshadowing that like Jeremiah was gonna cheat with the secretary.
I thought that, when she first was like, you look pretty today or something like that, you look good today. I was like, is she flirting with him? Like, this is.
Yeah, I took that reaction as like, oh no, where's this gonna go?
He was checking out what she called in this episode though.
Dude,
Denise. Yeah,
that's the confusing thing, is that in the book the secretary's name is Denise.
No,
so I'm like, why did they do this? Why did they do this to the book readers? They like made Denise a totally different character.
And she doesn't exist. So Ammir and I, when we were watching the show, we're like, since you told us what doesn't happen in the book, we're like, so this whole trip to New York didn't happen. Like anything with Denise, not it. Like cute, unnecessary. But yeah, him checking her out, that whole scene.
Yeah, and then he was like egging Steven on, even though he knew that they had a thing with Taylor still outside earlier. I was like, bro, you're being a huge red flag right now.
So strong. Him checking her out, I was like, I'm done with you.
He was like, dude, she's pretty. I'm like, bro, take a chill pill. Like, you shouldn't be.
Then you go for her. What? Like, God, he's so gross. Ginny did him dirty, dude. She wrecked him. It's not my fault. It's her fault. She ruined him.
My
Every time you
question
see
now,
him, you're just like,
my question now is whether we're gonna get any more Conrad episodes throughout the season, because she made it very clear like this was the Conrad episode. But
probably
we have
not.
like 8 more episodes. I really want to have another episode in his perspective.
And in the book, it goes back and forth between Belly and Conrad's perspective the entire book.
Okay.
It's not like there's only one chapter. Yeah.
Well, someone was wondering if we were going to see her perspective from this last episode. Like, I don't think they'll redo it fully, but someone was wondering if like we would see like, oh, what's Belly thinking like during the Peaches scene, and like, you know,
that's what I want to read to you.
I was gonna say, I think
going,
I've seen this in the book. Like, I've seen someone mention that in the book. She has a thought about it or something, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
The Peaches scene is savage, dude.
That
First
was
of all, who eats peaches like that? Second of all, like who behaves in any of that like way? Like just going in on the peach and then him with a t-shirt. I'm like, this is not real life, but I don't.
And then he was like, she was like, oh, we need to get some for Jerry. You know what you're doing here, Belly. You know what you're doing. Like, you're like, dude, oh, this was hot, but like, we need to keep pretending that I'm gonna get married with Jerry. Like,
someone were talking about like the metaphors of the whole thing, and like it is a lot of it. I feel like it was so over my head because I get so caught up in like just the tension and like the Belly Conrad of it all. But they were saying like the metaphor of when like the Peaches of when he, maybe this is what you're about to say, I don't know, of like when they were driving past and then he was like, oh, I can go back, and like he is like the peach or something. And so
wait,
like,
I sent you something about this.
It was that you, and I also saw a TikTok too about like a deep breakdown, and then it was like when she ate the peach and then she was like, oh, like there's no way another one will be as good, and when he was like, try it, and it was all like an analogy like of he is the peach and like it's still as good the second time around, and it's this whole, I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, I sent it into
the that deep when I was watching.
Discord chat.
Oh, I didn't see the Discord. I just had
literally about like when we were doing the setting up. I sent the screenshot of it saying Belly eating a peach was so symbolic because Conrad was watching 2 things he can't have but has had before, and then the comments
that's another perspective
were also Belly was wondering in disbelief that the peach would be just as good the second time, and Conrad convinced her to try again, and it was symbolizing if they tried it again it would be just as sweet. And then someone else said when he asked if she wanted to go, she said it was too late, but he turned around, she thinks it's too late but it's not, and that was it. And I was like, you know what,
I was like, meanwhile, I'm over here watching the peach scene just for what it is. I'm like, this is hot. And then people were like, here's the deep symbolism of it all. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. That's cool too. You know, like I also like that perspective. Also, the last thing I'll say is I'm disappointed. I mean, obviously they didn't make out in a present tense in this episode.
They should have done that.
I know. Ammir and I were like, oh my god, what's happening? But like when he's like, oh, I can't eat them, I'm allergic. Like they make my like mouth itchy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, is she gonna be like, let's test that theory and see if you're still allergic or something? I don't know. Like it was like by them making out and that is immediately what I thought. That was where my head went. Like when that scene started, I was like, because he seemed unsure. He's like, yeah, like I'm kind of allergic. She's like, I didn't know that. And he's like, yeah, my mouth gets a little itchy. And then I thought she was gonna be like going in on the peach and be like, let's try it out.
That would have been steamy to say the least.
Dude, the peach juice just everywhere. I can't.
For a second, I did think when they were setting that part of it up, for a second I was like, are they gonna flash back to a time that she ate peaches and they like not it happened there, but like flash back to a time where she ate peaches and then she kissed him and that's why she's like, wait, you're allergic to peaches? But obviously that didn't happen. Yeah.
So the peaches
because there's lots of things that like trigger other memories, right? Like throughout the episode.
Yeah. The peaches happen in the book?
Yes, and this is what I must read to you.
I was like, there's no way.
It's not that long, I swear.
Yes.
Okay, so the peach scene for like book readers has been a favorite scene that they couldn't wait to see on screen, and it delivered so perfectly throughout this entire episode. The dialogue and stuff, a lot of it is very true to the book, which was really cool to see. The main difference of the peach scene is that in the book we get it from Belly's perspective, which is why I want to read it to you, because obviously in this episode we got it from Conrad's perspective. All right. So they also in the book, the shopping stuff gets split into like multiple different days. So they had already done the whole Michael's thing a different day. And then this day they're going to get flowers. And so this is coming directly after the whole, oh, I think I'm going to get peonies because, oh, that's what Susanna, that was her favorite flower. And then the person being like, oh, are you the groom? Like what kind of boutonniere or corsage is whatever. And he's like, I'm not the groom. So all of that has just happened.
Okay.
All right. So that's where this picks up. We left pretty soon after. On the way back home, we passed a fruit stand on the side of the road. I wanted to stop, but I didn't say so. I guessed Conrad could tell because he asked, want to go back? Nah, that's okay. We already passed it, I said. He made a U-turn on a one-way street. The fruit stand was a couple of wooden crates of peaches and a sign that said to leave the money in the container. I put in $1 because I didn't have change. Aren't you going to have one? I asked him, wiping off the peach on my shirt. Nah, I'm allergic to peaches. Since when? I demanded. I've definitely seen you eat a peach before, or a peach pie at least. He shrugged. Since always, I've eaten them before, but they make the inside of my mouth itch. Before I bit into my peach, I closed my eyes and inhaled the fragrance. Your loss. I had never had a peach like that before, so perfectly ripe. Your fingers sank into the fruit, just a little touching it. I gobbled it up, peach juice running down my chin, pulp dripping all over my hands. It was sweet and tart, a full body experience, smell and taste and sight. This is a perfect peach, I said. I almost don't want to have another one because there's no way it can be as good. Let's test it out, Conrad said, and he went and bought me another peach. I ate that one in 4 bites. Was it as good? He asked. Yeah, it was. Conrad reached out and wiped my chin with his shirt. It was maybe the most intimate thing anyone had ever done to me. I felt lightheaded, unsteady on my feet. It's the way he looked at me, just those few seconds. Then he dropped his eyes, like the sun was too bright behind me. I sidestepped away from him and said, I'm going to buy some more, for Jer. Good idea, he said, backing away. I'll wait for you in the car. I was shaking as I piled peaches into a plastic bag. Just one look, one touch from him, and I was shaking. It was madness. I was marrying his brother.
Bruh.
Back in the car, I didn't speak. I couldn't have, even if I wanted to. I didn't have words. In the quiet of the air-conditioned car, the silence between us felt blaringly loud. So I rolled down my window and fixed my eyes on all the moving objects on my side. At home, Jeremiah's car was parked in the driveway. Conrad disappeared as soon as we got into the house. Anyway, it goes on. I'll tell you the rest of that part after you read this. So that's her perspective, because I feel like it didn't, you don't necessarily
You
feel
saw
that
the
in the
pause?
scene.
No, you don't.
You think she's like, and then
Well, you
she's
see
like,
the pause
oh.
with her, like she seems a little like caught in it, but the scene, seeing that was way better than like the dialogue. You're right, was like spot on. Yeah, seeing the
But
scene.
in the scene, I feel like you think you feel him see like what she's describing, you're placing that on him.
Yeah.
And you think that she backs
No,
away and
for
is like,
sure.
oh, I need to get a peaches for Jeremiah.
Yeah.
But
because
from the
he
book
says in the
perspective-
show, he was like, maybe what I'm thinking is like just my like. So he said something on the lines of like, it was just him imagining it, like kind of thing, like.
Right.
So you assume
But in
that
the
it was
book,
his
you're like-
perspective.
What's crazy is if I hadn't seen the scene, it wouldn't have been as impactful, because I feel like reading that, it comes out of nowhere where it's like, oh, like, and then he touches, like, and then he wipes my face, and you're like, oh, like you can't really
Again,
get
keep
caught
in
up
mind that in the
it.
book she's a virgin, so it's like,
oh yeah, okay, yeah,
like this is the most intimate thing that's ever happened.
yeah.
to me.
You're just like, wow, like this is really, it's kind of like dramatic. But when you see it, you're like, I get it.
Yeah, like
But
slow
reading
walk
it, you're
towards
like,
her, and then he lifts
and then
his
he
shirt
wipes
up.
my chin with his shirt,
Oh.
and you're like, okay. And she's like, that's the craziest thing. You're like, all right. But then
I mean, you're
after
getting this like
seeing
slightly
it,
out of context because like when you read it in the context of the book, it is a really big deal.
Okay.
yeah.
But the
Like,
fact that she
But
felt
I
the
like the
same way is crazy.
combination.
Like,
Yeah.
So
oh,
that's
she's
why if you've seen
wild.
people being like the peach scene, like a lot of people who are saying that because they read the book a decade ago and now they're getting the peach scene.
And that's really fun that now you get both perspectives. Like that's all you
Yeah.
could ever want, you know? Like if you've only done like seen the show or read the books or whatever, you only get one perspective. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why I want to read the next page to you is because I feel like it gives good context on how they've changed Jeremiah a bit. Okay. So we're in the kitchen. They got home with the peaches. Conrad has disappeared up to his room.
Yeah, because in the show he
Um,
arrives later, but in
Yes.
this he's already at home. Okay.
Honey,
Yep.
I'm home. Well, yeah, because they have to skip the flashback scene of all
Oh, yeah.
scenes because it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen in the book. We'll get to that next. I was rinsing the peaches in a red plastic colander, shaking the excess water off the way I'd seen Susanna do so many times. While the water was running over the peaches, Jeremiah came up behind me and grabbed one, saying, I think they're clean now. He lifted himself onto the counter and bit into the peach. Good, right? I asked him. I held one up to my face and inhaled deeply, trying to clear my mind of all the crazy thoughts. Jeremiah nodded. He'd already finished it and was lobbing the pit into the sink. Really good. Did you get any strawberries? I could eat a whole box right now. No, just the peaches. I put the peaches in a silver fruit bowl, arranging them as nicely as I could, but my hands were still shaking.
Girl.
So like the way that they do that scene in the show, he's like, I don't want a peach. Do you have strawberries? You know what I mean? It's just like those
Dude,
little
it's bad,
changes, like
yeah.
really
They
changes
make
the
him
whole
more
thing.
icky
'Cause,
in
like,
the show.
look, he's
yeah.
like, oh,
Dude.
this peach is great. Do you have strawberries too? You
I'm
know
not
what
in
I
a peach
mean?
mood.
I don't
Like,
get
yeah.
why
A,
everyone who
I
reads the
didn't-
books is so Team Conrad then, because like by the sounds of it, in the third book, she's like messing him around, if anything, like because
He's
she's
still
leading him on.
there's still like there's still stuff that adds up in the book and the show, but I think they're like making it worse in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of book people were Team Conrad regardless. But like for me, I was way more like could have been convinced more to Team Jeremiah based on book Jeremiah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that scene alone, yeah, like and how everyone was like anxiously waiting for Jeremiah to show up, and you're like, please, maybe he won't come tonight, and then he shows
I
up,
was
and you're like, get out,
literally,
get out of here.
the entire
and then he
like
shows
10
up
minutes.
with,
I was
honey, I'm home. I thought that was a joke, and I was like, oh no, this is real. He's really interrupting this moment. Ugh. And then I just loved how catty Conrad was. He was like, well, there's like not like really any food left anyway. And like it's just being so silent, just brewing over there. And
That's
then
hilarious.
it was so funny. And she was like, oh, you can have like whatever. Yeah, he was awful. And then he got mad because they went to Michael's without him. I was like, boy.
Yeah, he was being so sarky at that point. Like
yeah,
he
they were
was
being
like,
so passive
he was like,
aggressive
you're
to each
such a
other.
good co-best man.
You're the
you're
best
Yeah.
man. Ugh, I'm
I was
like, get out
shut
of
up.
here. God. I also was
He's
just
so
like,
petty.
it's surprising how like quickly so obviously like in the book, like they come into the house post peach scene and Conrad just dips out the gate, which makes way more sense. Whereas like all that happened, I was really disappointed in Belly with how stoked she was when Jeremiah showed up, like the switch of that.
Dude,
and I was like, you are
so
way
annoying.
too good at being pro like your
Yeah.
man. I mean, I guess you should be because you're marrying him. But I'm just like,
she's playing him though.
how do you do that,
Yeah.
dude? Like, oh my god, Jared's home. I don't care.
After
like,
she's just like
if
been
I was
eyeing
still
up his
partially in
brother,
love
like,
with Conrad, I would have issues like being like that in front of Conrad. I feel like I would be so obvious. I'd be like, oh my god, Jer, hey. And just try to be
literally.
neutral. But she's like, let me sit on your lap. Let me be like the most.
She's such a
Oh
red
my
flag.
god! And then
Yeah.
Conrad's quote about like I'd rather I don't.
Oh yeah, the nail gun.
That's
I'd rather
a
hit
direct
myself.
quote from the book.
Is
That's
it?
a direct quote from the book.
But a
Yeah,
different
he's like-
time, obviously.
Yeah, the timing is slightly different, but oh no,
It's
that's why I was
worse
just
in the book,
scrolling back,
isn't
'cause
it?
I'm like, it was
Like-
like in the
No.
book.
It's worse in the show, isn't it? Because he's like, I wouldn't want to see his hands all over her all night or something. Whereas in the book, it's like, or one of the other way
Touching
around.
her like
Yeah.
that. Touching her like that. Ugh.
So remember how I was saying like the shopping happened 2 different times? So
Mhm.
this is after like the first shopping trip and they get back and whatever. That's when this line happens and it's Conrad. This is the opening line of his chapter. I would rather have had someone shoot me in the head with a nail gun repeatedly than have to watch the two of them cuddling on the couch together all night.
That was so real from him. Like that was the first time we were like,
God,
I feel you.
no.
I feel you.
Dude. And I also liked how like touching her like that made it seem like he's like defiling her, even though he's her fiance. But he does it in a way of like, ugh, it's this thing that's like, you know, like abusing Belly. And it's like
Well, I didn't take it that way. I took it as like touching her like that, as in like he can be intimate with her and I can't. Like she's no longer mine to touch.
well,
She's
yeah.
his to touch. Yeah.
I mean,
But
that's probably what
the other interesting parallel is that back in season 2, like in the beginning of season 2, when it's Conrad and Belly who are together and Jeremiah is sulking and sad over it, there's a scene where I think it's Thanksgiving maybe, where they're all together and Conrad holds Belly's hand
On the
with the
table,
least
yeah.
amount of PDA ever, And then afterwards, Jeremiah is like, you know, I would really prefer a heads up if you and Belly are going to be here because I can't look at it.
He was like,
Like,
I'm gonna go away for the rest of the holiday or something, wasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
it was
And
so...
then now it's the reverse and Jeremiah has no problem throwing it in Conrad's face. I mean, to be
Oh,
fair, he and Belly
yeah.
have been together for 4 years at this point in the show, so it is a little different than like Belly making out Jeremiah and then immediately going and choosing Conrad, but you know,
It's
it's
so
still like
crazy.
Jeremiah doesn't
They're
handle it
intolerable.
well when
Yeah.
it was the other way around, and he has no problem being PDA with her in front of him. And in the books, they actually describe some of those lap scenes of like Jeremiah pulled me into his lap, but I popped right back up and stuff like that, like like as if she's uncomfortable with the PDA in front of Conrad. And in the show, like you said, she just runs
Okay.
to him like, "Jim, you're home," and I'm
You
like,
just
That
make
makes
it all
me
so
feel
much
better because
worse.
I'm like, how can she be so shameless? Like,
Yeah.
you know, even if she didn't have feelings for him, still, I don't know if I could do that. Like, especially if he's still lonely and single, I would be like, you know, that's like hanging out with your ex and being very happy in love. And even if y'all are cool, it's still kind of weird to be like,
Yeah.
oh. Also, like how I briefly got the ick for Conrad, just because again, like how they are like painting these characters is just so, it's like whiplash. But like the scene, which again I guess didn't happen in the books, of like them in the kitchen before Jared gets home, and like he's so nerdy, and like when he's like, oh, behind, and like I don't know, I was like, like Conrad, like
They're quoting a cooking
he's
show.
so
He goes, "Yes, chef." It's like
I
all
know the show, but the way he said it and like his voice, it just like gave me the ick for a second. And I'm like, he's
That's
so
so random.
confusing, man. His whole character confuses me because I'm like, I'm so attracted to you, but also there's parts of you where I'm like, yeah, Jenny, I don't know.
he's very dorky. My
Yeah.
favorite was when he's like, "Yeah, that's the Lord of the Rings subreddit I used to moderate." I'm
I was
like,
gonna
"Come
mention
on,
that.
come
I
on!"
didn't know
This
he
is
was
for all the
like
nerds.
that.
I know,
This
I
is
didn't
for-
get that from the first 2
Was he
seasons
that
either.
nerdy before? Like
So
in the
I
books
meant to
maybe, but like in the show, no way.
In the
I thought he
show,
was
I
just
would
like
never have
his
gotten
stamp
that. Yeah.
collection.
that's why I'm like, wait,
No.
what is this interest you have?
I
No,
feel like we
he and
should have
Belly
seen
were
the
always
stamp collection in the first
nerdy.
season. We should have seen in the first season. Like,
But then we would
Yeah.
have
We
liked
didn't.
him more, probably. We would have been, you know, we just thought he was just a jerk. And it's like,
yeah.
oh no, he's just a sensitive nerd. Like, who would have thought?
Yeah, one of the things that people have been talking about is like season 3 is now showing you that in seasons 1 and 2, Conrad was very much not himself. Like the Conrad that Belly always looked up to and was in love with was like a different version of Conrad. And now we're starting to get glimpses of that version of Conrad again. But he was depressed and grieving and going through a hard time. So like when they dated, he wasn't his best version of himself. And
True.
now he's getting back to that.
But also, what I found really
And he has
weird
therapy.
was, real. But also,
Everyone go to therapy,
she forgets
apparently.
everything about him. Like, she doesn't know that he's allergic to peaches. She didn't know, like, she
Yeah.
forgot about the stamps, didn't know about the Lord of the Rings thing. Like, she really didn't pay attention to him at all in the show. Like,
Yeah.
she's very much
know.
like, oh, me. Oh my God, I like this guy. And it's all about me.
I know. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, I'm like, girl, you're
Every
dumb.
5
You just
minutes,
like playing
I was
the victim,
like,
dude. She likes playing the victim.
I couldn't.
Again.
Also, I feel like we're gonna end this season with the brothers hating each other if she gets with Conrad because
Yeah,
like
and
you said in
how
the book, she's different in the book, but in the show, she's still all over Jeremiah. So when she hypothetically breaks up with him, it's gonna be out of the blue in 4 years after the first time that she's been with Conrad, and then she's gonna get with Conrad. And he's gonna despise him. Like, there's no way about it. Like, if I was Jeremiah in that front, like, I wouldn't have seen it coming, and I'd be like, "What the hell?" Like,
They're probably gonna have like a coming to Jesus moment where Jeremiah's gonna realize Belly ain't it and that it's okay. And you know, Belly was always meant for Conrad. Like, there's gotta be that.
but what if there isn't?
You know?
What if she just drops him and goes over to Conrad, and then like,
Sadly, it's gonna take her a while. I mean, I'm very excited for the next episode because they're like, when it ended being like, can I come stay with you? Also, I like how he's like, oh, come visit me. You can come stay at my dad's now. And then when she's like, so can I come stay with you for a few days next week? And he's like, yeah. So I can't wait to see how that goes. I'm sure he's gonna be just freaking terrible, and we're just gonna be like, maybe they'll break up next episode because I'm like, how is she gonna survive that? If
apparently she's still going to Paris as well. Apparently,
she didn't say she was
because
yet.
Thing is, I heard something a couple of weeks ago about like Conrad's actor saying something about seeing Lola in Paris, and like, why would he be in Paris if they weren't filming a Paris scene together? But also, the shot in this episode where she's in the window and he's looking at her from behind, and he's like, should we go and get some food? Apparently, people are saying that might be a parallel to in Paris when like she's looking at the Eiffel Tower or something, and like.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
can we just all say though, like when they get, that's after the peach scene, right? They get home and she's like pushes the door open and she's just like,
It was like
Bro.
hot. Like, it was
I'm
hot.
like, girl, you are taunting him.
Yeah,
and you know
innit? The holding her hair up to then let it
honestly
back down again. Like, why did you
The
even?
girl needed a hair tie in this
God.
episode. Like, there are multiple times that she goes like this. Like when they're about to cook, she goes like this, and then it falls again. I'm like, where's your hair tie?
Dude,
she's just messing.
she pisses me off. God, he does not deserve her. Move on, dude.
Real.
God,
Some
man.
girls
Should
be
we
crazy.
talk about the? Should we talk about the flashback scene? Are we
Which
ready
one?
for that?
Oh,
The
like-
big one.
I was like
Which
the kid.
one?
Well, I was like the child one where they're
Sure, we
the
can
kid.
start with the bikes. We can start with the bikes if you want.
That was cute. It was weird and kind of cringe, but it was also kind of cute. Also, wait, we need to also really just address the scene with him and his mom. I didn't like, and how like Ammir was
Wait,
like,
don't
"Did
skip
you just-"
ahead. That's the very end. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's the last
Don't
scene.
skip ahead to
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the scene
The bike.
in the guest
where
room.
does Belly's bike go when they all leave? Like,
I know.
are they just gonna leave it in the street? He was like, "I'll just
Good
run after
riddance.
you." Like,
Also, I didn't understand why he was like, "Ride my bike." She just
Because
seemed like she
she
couldn't
was
ride a bike.
training wheel.
Period. Yeah,
No,
but
her bike had training wheels, so it was slowing her down.
so he was like, "Get on my bike that doesn't have training wheels, and that'll be faster." Like,
he taught her how to
Yeah,
ride the
how to
bike
ride
in
a
that
bike.
moment.
Yeah.
Because wait,
Thomas, you
you're a
won't
bike
drop
rider.
it?
How do you not understand this? Like,
Well, 'cause
like
he
if
did
you
it
go
so
on a
she would
bike
go
ride with me and Alex,
faster.
I have like an older, heavier bike, and he has a road bike. Like if I'm
Yeah,
on
but she
Alex's
doesn't
bike, I'm gonna
know
go
how to-
faster.
But she doesn't know how to ride without training wheels.
No, they never
So,
said
like,
that.
It implied because he was like, "Are you gonna hold on? Like, promise you won't drop it, or like whatever."
Right,
he
and then
was
she
like,
was
"I won't."
chilling. Then she was good. Like
Yeah, but
instantly.
no, but he like said he would hold it the whole time.
Yeah, and then she said, "Let go."
Oh.
She just needed she needed the start, you know.
I was just confused. I was like, so
And then he's just standing there like smiling, watching her ride off.
Oh
No,
my
he was saying like, "You are not going to be able to keep up with us if
Mm.
you're on your little bike. So here, try
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
Like you'll be able
No,
to do it."
yeah.
And she's nervous, and then she's like, "Oh, I've got this," and then boom,
Yeah, it's
speeding
that
away.
easy to learn how to ride a bike. Just, oop, just there she goes. Anyway.
That's what your issues with.
Yeah, I'm like, let's talk about the bike scene, okay? Yes, as a bike rider, I found that as someone who's taught someone how to ride a bike, found that a little unrealistic, but it's fine.
When you're younger, though, it really like you can pick it up pretty fast. That's how it was for me. Like I went from training
literally
wheels to a
hopped
real bike like
on.
pretty quickly.
You
Yeah,
hopped on and rode away.
I'm not saying it was like that
Never.
fast, but it's
If anyone
not.
has, please let me know because I'm not a prodigy like that. But like,
Ammir, do you ride bikes ever?
It took me like about 10 tries until I could
A
actually ride it
normal-
on my
yeah.
own. Yeah.
a
Before I could go forward without someone holding it. But like, I don't know. It was weird, but at the same time, like obviously it's they're not the suspension of disbelief, isn't it? Like, I guess maybe she did.
It was
just
still
do
really,
Yeah.
really cute. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
annoying, cringe, and cute at the same time. But anyway, the other flashback was
Belle
way
said, "I
better.
learned pretty quick. Lots of older siblings. I needed to keep up." See, there you go. There's a real life example.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Belly was the
out of
young
all
one.
of the things in the show, that was not something I took issue with. I will say, as crappy as Jeremiah is appearing in this season, I do think it's a little ridiculous that people are like taking still images of like these couple childhood scenes and being like, "See, Jeremiah's always been a jerk." I'm like, dude was like 7.
Yeah, I
Still,
thought
though.
I'm
that.
sorry that he
Yeah,
didn't wait for her.
But when Conrad is looking like the hero in that situation, yeah, Jeremiah's gonna look so much worse.
I'm
Like,
just saying, like, do we really want to judge character off of like what a
yes.
child does on a no?
The
Like
fact
that's
that
not that
Conrad
big of
had
a deal.
empathy at that age, are you kidding? Like, as someone who used to hang out with boys growing up, like, yeah, the boy who wants you to be inclusive, like, yeah, tear. I don't care how old you are. And
In
that's
the
your
book-
husband. Your husband was like, leave her. Or that was
In
Steven
the
who said
book,
leave
there
her, but,
are
like,
multiple
whatever.
times where scenes like that happen where like Conrad also leaves Belly out. So that's all I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like people are gripping on to like 2 of these examples in the show of look what Jeremiah did. And I'm like, that's a little unfair. Like
Well, we haven't
let's roast
seen
him for what
those.
he's doing now and like whatever. But before we move on to the intimate scene, the other thing I forgot to say about the peach scene is that like when Belly first took the bite out of the peach, I'm like, girl, you were wearing a white shirt eating peaches. Can
Dude.
we like I was just at the beach where they have like the freshest peaches ever in North Carolina, super juicy. And you know what I did every time I bit into one? Leaned over.
Like a normal person. Or this.
Like let it like drip down.
She was she
trying
just
to be
let
all
it go.
sexual again. Yeah, girls got
She's everything
what
she
she
did this
was
episode was on
doing.
purpose. She knew it. Yeah,
Yeah,
she knew what she
yeah,
was
it's
doing.
like a wet t-shirt contest with peach juice. Like, come on.
And
As soon as she took
she
that bite, I'm
really
like,
wanted him
girl.
to be like with her the entire time because
How
when he
sticky did
asked
she
her to
feel?
take
Like,
him
she
in
didn't
the
even get a
car,
wipe afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
that would have felt so awful. Like, you just got in the car, your face is just
yeah,
stuck
like how are
with
you not
all
washing
this
your face
juice.
right after? Like,
My sensory could never. She's like, anyway, that little dab too. He did like a little like that was it. It's like that
Yeah.
did nothing. Get her
I
a
saw
rag,
people-
a wet
I
rag.
saw people being like, Conrad got his shirt dirty for her. I'm like, she got her own shirt dirty too. Like, it's really bothering me.
They're both wearing white. I know.
but then
Dude, I
it dried
know.
and you couldn't see it, and I was like, I feel like it would have been a bit orangey, like.
In the
it-
scene, you can see the juice on her shirt.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, then in the car,
But afterwards,
it's gone.
it was
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, even in the house and stuff. I was like, why is he just in
I
a white
need-
shirt now? Like,
Yeah,
That would
like
be a
she's still in
funny-
the shirt cooking. I'm like, girl.
Dude, that would be
she's
a really
still got a
funny
sticky
TikTok.
jaw and stuff, and she's just
Dude. Yeah. Like that would be a really funny TikTok is to like actually do the peach scene for real and be like, here's how it really would go. And you're like,
I brought some peaches back.
all right,
Maybe I
Molly,
should do
well,
it.
oh my god, you and
Literally-
Alex should recreate the scene, please.
Oh
Except
my
it'll be like except it's like the realistic version where you're wearing a white shirt. It's just disgusting, and it's just like
Oh,
the juice
no.
is everywhere.
I'd pay to
Please,
And
see
Alex is
that.
like,
please.
like, let's clean this up.
Yeah, and he's like, he tries to dab it. He's like, what am I doing? And gets like an actual like a wet wipe or something. Or he's like, go take a freaking shower. Why did you just eat it like that? Please, I will pay you to do this. Please. Everyone's gonna want to see it, and I'm gonna put a poll and bully you into doing it because it would be hilarious. It'd be so funny.
Turn it into a
Ryan
TikTok
loves to
trend
come
where
up
you
with
randomly just eat a peach in front of him and just
I
get
just
it
like to
everywhere.
produce you guys because there's only one of
Ryan
me and
loves
there's
to come
two
up
of
with
you.
ideas for Alex.
There's only one of me and there's two of you. You know, I
Real.
can't do it alone. Who's gonna do the peach scene with me, my dog? Okay. Actually, that'd be kind of funny too.
Literally though, like
Anyway.
every time I go to eat a peach, I like get a paper towel and I'm eating it like over
Yeah.
the paper towel.
You're normal, dude. No one eats peaches like that. Freaking A. No, but you should, yeah.
Ammir,
Yeah.
do you guys have juicy peaches in the UK?
We do, but I've not eaten a peach in so long.
I just need to go get a peach. I haven't had one in a minute.
I
and
need to
really want a
fully, yeah,
peach.
same.
The
I
peach
agree.
marketing is gonna be strong. I need to go to a farm this
Yeah.
weekend, get myself a peach, and eat
We don't
it
have
and
those
see
here.
how...
We don't have farms here like that.
Oh, really?
We have strawberry farms, but that's about it.
Oh,
Yeah. Our agriculture isn't that big here in the UK, I guess.
wow, that's crazy. Wait, is that a peach?
No.
Here we go, live test. No, Molly's gonna get so gross. She's gonna have to leave the pod.
Don't lean forward.
Tell you
Just full
demonstrate,
send.
Molly?
Full
The
send.
reality
It's
is
so
like
ripe too.
it's gonna. Her fingers gently. What was it? The.
You can like feel the indent.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very ripe.
You're-
Oh no.
You're gonna make a mess.
Should I take a bite?
Yes.
Only if you want to walk away.
I mean, I have a paper towel.
No, you
Alex,
can't do it. No,
You
no,
got
no.
a full
have to
set.
put the
I'm
real-
not getting
no.
this shirt dirty.
No, okay, then don't do it.
All right, fine. I literally was like planning on
it for
eating
the
this peach
video,
after the
Molly.
live.
Save it for the video.
Chat wants me to eat it, but I'll save it for.
They
the
also
video.
said
We only
pull a
have 2 peaches
belly.
left.
You can't show
Yeah.
people how to do it properly. You have to do it the belly way.
It smells really good. I can't wait to eat it later.
Wait, is that from North Carolina?
It's from my little
It's still
farmers
good?
market in the Outer Banks. Yeah,
How many Also, I'm sad for you that the timing of this peaches moment was
I
post.
know. It would
You
have been
could've
better at the
done your
beach.
peach- Dude, then you really could have done the video. You guys could have gone to a peach stand. Oh my god. I'm sure you have those where you live.
Yeah, peaches are not like from New York.
I'm like,
But
are they
anyway,
here? Anyway, we were peaches, man.
some people said save it for the video. Yeah, I will.
Thank you. Yes. I was like, I'm not doing this
Someone
video.
put,
Like,
did you guys see Taylor's phone case in the pink dress scene? What was it?
the pink dress scene.
What was the phone case? I assume it's a big deal, but I love how we're all
She
just
looks
waiting.
real cute, by the way. Like
She looked
really dressed up
good.
for a road trip.
Yeah. Oh, it had a
I
peach.
did like that.
Oh yeah, it had a little peach in the back of it. I remember now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was like a little like
God,
squishy
the
peach in the back of it.
peaches. I
Foreshadowing.
did enjoy that moment when he was like, "Oh yeah, like Steven's not here," and then he just shows up, and then I like Jeremiah for 5 seconds, and then he went and ruined it with the whole
Literally.
like, Denise, and then be like, "Go, like, what are you
How
doing?"
can he
I'm
do
like,
that
"Oh,
right
for
after
5
he was
seconds."
wingmanning him earlier? Like,
I know.
I kind of felt like he was testing Steven though.
no, but
to
he
be, like,
checked her Denise
where's-
out though.
Yeah, that was
Well,
weird.
yeah, that part was weird. I just mean him being like, "What's up with you and her?" I feel like that was kind of him fishing
True.
to see what
Mm.
Steven would say, not him
Yeah.
encouraging. Well,
Okay.
did he
True.
say like go for it? I don't remember.
Well, he was about to say like mention Taylor, and then Steven like cut him off or whatever.
Mm.
But yeah, I got so distracted because he was checking her. The way he was looking at her, I was like, gross.
I think the damage is done though because now Denise and Stephen are on they're going to the conference together, and when they were leaving the train, he like looked at her as if like he was like, oh, I could see this happening, and he wouldn't have had that thought if Jeremiah hadn't put it in his head. Like,
fair. Also, can we just talk about how many conferences there are in this show? Everyone's always at a conference. like
the book
Laurel,
conference. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Belly and Stephen's parents like hooking up at a conference, and now Stephen's going to a conference.
Do you have that many conferences in America?
There are a lot.
We do,
but...
yeah. We call them conventions.
Okay.
They're more like conventions, not conferences. So yeah, there's definitely like a gaming convention for sure.
Yeah, but the fact that like their parents ended up at the same one felt unrealistic. And then same with this.
And oh yeah, you just we're both going to New York City where there's 1,000 things we could be doing, and we're both going for the same thing alone.
She does not give gamer girl vibes either. Like, she did not give like I make games kind of vibes until this season. Like,
and all of a sudden, like, you're not like finance bros. Like, you just want to live your dreams as gamers. I was like,
in it, both of them.
Yeah, wow, that's very coincidental. Like, and then she's just like vulnerable with him for a second. I just keep thinking, I'm like, you don't exist, Denise. You're not real.
That's
like,
what I mean.
I'm sorry, I ruined
the whole
that
time I'm watching. Yeah, every time I'm watching, like, you're not real. Get out of here. Okay.
See, that part doesn't even bother me. Just for me, it's like a mental break. I'm like, I'm not really emotionally invested in this. Also, Tori said next thing we know, Conrad will be at a stamp convention.
Oh my god.
Real. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
I hated how Denise walked past Taylor and was like, I don't even want to see what's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Like, it was really like
insufferable, dude. She should get with Jeremiah. They would be perfect.
They would.
Literally.
He thinks she's hot. Like, he may as well at this point.
Yeah, he's into it. And he probably wants her to be mean. Like, he probably likes that. Belly's too freaking nice. He wants a girl to like boss him around. And that's not Belly. Denise is like a
because Lacey gave that kind of vibe as well. Lacey was like,
yeah, Belly is not his type. Not at this stage of his life, at least. So anyway,
I feel like I get Denise being mean to Stephen because she clearly likes him, or like I feel like that's what they were trying to imply was that, you know, rivals to lovers kind of a storyline.
But she's really rude though.
But then they've made her too mean. Yeah, like the Taylor example is a perfect example of her being a little too mean.
Like, just because she fancies him and he likes Taylor doesn't mean you literally say stuff like that. Like, she's just a bad person, but also fancies him. Like,
like I'm sarcastic and like I can enjoy a good roast, but what she does isn't even funny. You're like, you're just like, being. No one wants to talk to you. Like, literally. Like, there's no part of that I would want to crack.
When they were on the train and he was like on his phone and he like made a joke or something, and then she just put her headphones in, and I was like, that's so rude. Like, you kind of mid conversation and you've just like put your headphones in and start doing your own thing. Like, I'd be so annoyed. I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, this is like,
it's gone on too long. But, you know, now she realized that he's a gamer boy and made his own video games. So now she respects him. I'm like, okay. Yeah, she's got issues. But again, she's not real. So we don't need to waste your time with her. You don't exist, Denise. Okay? You're not a major plot. Just get out of here.
Watch them end up together at the end.
Oh, no. I know, right? I'm like, if she steals... She's just stealing him away from Taylor right now. And I'm like, him and Taylor have to end up together.
Yeah, but in the books, they were never together at all, were they?
From all I remember of this Stephen Taylor storyline in the book, people correct me if I'm wrong, because I've reread the third book recently, not the first two, was the whole Stephen and Taylor making out on Belly's birthday at a party in Cousins. I remember that happening in the book, and that Taylor had always had a crush on him. But I don't think anything else ever happened other than that in the book.
So like, in the books, they were hardly together. Oh, then what are we doing?
So maybe him and Denise end up together.
I guess so.
Oh,
that's really depressing. But Taylor's going to be wrecked.
Imagine she gets with Jeremiah.
TV Taylor
She's
can't
Team Jerry.
handle it. Maybe she's always been Team Jellyfish,
for a reason. Like, 'cause she secretly fancies
not
Jeremiah.
Team Bonrad. Also, has it always been Bonrad or is that a new thing? I thought it was. I guess it would be Bonrad. Is their nickname?
I think so.
I just feel like we never heard it very much. I heard Jellyfish, but
People don't use
That
jellyfish that
doesn't
much
really-
either, even though jellyfish is like the official term, like in the show.
yeah, Taylor does.
Yeah, I
but
see like
yeah.
Belly Jers or something.
Yeah.
Jer Bear. Ugh, God. Yeah.
I'm not team jellyfish anymore. I don't. It's weird. I've done a full 180.
Dude, if you were still Team Jeremiah, I'd be concerned, Ammir. I'd be like, are you okay? You're like, oh, like, it's like, you can't even defend that man, okay?
I get the ick every time he comes onto the screen, and I'm like, oh, why have you done this to me, Jenny? Like, he was actually so much different in the first 2 seasons, and she's just done a 180,
Yeah.
and she's like, you know what?
And again, the beginning of the season, he was like, okay, and then, yeah, this last episode, she ended him. He's done. I'm like, I mean, I guess if she's going to end up with Conrad, we got to do some work. We got to, because before this moment, like her and Jeremiah made sense and it would seem kind of diabolical to end it for Conrad. But now it's like, all right, we got to make up, like we got to make him look bad.
Just
Molly, what are you looking at?
I was going back to look at my bookmarked tweets to see what people were saying. I think it's just like Belly Conrad without the space is like what most of my timeline's been saying. But I bookmarked some hilarious tweets after I watched the episode, like seeing Conrad talk about his Lord of the Rings subreddit and then flip Belly over in bed in the span of 20 minutes. This is too much.
Get you a man that can do both. That's all I learned from that episode.
He's doing a lot for the geeks out there. He's doing
right?
A lot.
Is
that community is
bad
thriving.
The only thing bad about today's episode is that Jeremiah was in it.
Real.
Facts,
honestly.
Facts.
This summer, I would rather have had someone shoot me repeatedly in the head with a nail gun. like
oh my god!
Send me that, please. That's so funny.
I knew you guys would appreciate these, so I had to bookmark a lot of them. They were so funny.
Also, side note,
I love when shows just like when you have these communal moments watching shows. Like that is the benefit of it coming out on a week-to-week basis. Is just
we can
you have
discuss
time
it.
to sit with the reactions. Yeah,
that's what I think.
What else are we all doing?
Yeah, and that's why like I'm all for shows that you can binge, but I'm also all for shows that you can watch weekly because I know the reason why Disney and Prime are still doing weekly is obviously because then they can have like people stay on to the membership and stuff, but at the same time you do get that weekly discussion and each episode is more like you process the episode more and really nitpick every little thing more than if you just binged it all, whereas you just feel the whole thing like a film. So I'm all for like
Game of Thrones, dude. That was a weekly like, all right, like don't spoil it for me. And people would talk about it during work like the following week and like, yeah. Now I'm like, if I talk to people and they haven't seen This Summer I Turned Pretty, I'm like, what are you doing? But it's happening right now in real time. Catch up.
Literally.
I feel like you're watching it later on and just the vibe's over. Like you missed it. Like jump on the train now. It's not.
I feel like this is the biggest thing in the Swiftie community right now as well because we don't have anything Taylor related, and I think this is the closest we're gonna get for a while.
Episodes. Yeah, binge.
Yeah, it's taking us straight into football season. Okay, this is so funny. I have to in chat is being so funny right now. The summer Belly leaves the two brothers alone. This summer I ruined a brotherhood.
Oh,
the summer Belly ruins her shirt. It's so funny.
Summer I ate peaches without a napkin with my head up. Yeah. Why?
Messy woman, like literally and
literally. Maybe that was the metaphor, right? It's like she's messy.
She's messy.
Literally, that peach scene had so many undertones. You're like, no one does that. Oh well, I guess no one does a lot of things that you do, Belly. Make your mind up. No one rushes into a wedding that they probably don't actually want to do, but you're doing it because you're competitive with no one.
Yeah, innit? Like, she's got no one to like prove
gotta
it
do it. I said I told everyone I was gonna do it. God forbid I don't. It's like, this is a lifetime decision. Maybe don't be competitive in this moment. Now's not the time, you know? Maybe channel that to something else. I don't know.
Do we think Conrad's gonna back off now a little for the next couple of episodes before it like starts to get
I feel like he's
steamy
gonna
again?
disappear again. Yeah, I feel like we're not gonna see him for a while because now she's gonna go hang out with Jer. He's probably gonna go back to California. So I was bummed she's gonna leave the house like in the beginning of the week.
She the entire time was trying to get out of there, and I was like,
I was surprised.
He's
I was like, this
waited for
hasn't
you.
changed. I was like, but Jer leaves on Monday. Stay. You're really
Innit?
gonna leave? Like, you don't want to hang out with Conrad more? That was weird.
Because
Like,
it started to get really good as well, and she still wanted to leave, and I was
Yeah.
like,
and
really?
he just told you he got like fired from his internship. You don't want to hang out with him? Like,
To be fair, yeah, he
so
was like
freaking
really
rude.
open with her.
I think she's trying to
Shut off her feelings.
remove herself from the situation.
I know, but it's you can't one
She's
minute
like,
be a
I can't
flirt in the
handle this, I gotta
doorway.
go.
One minute you can't be like, oh, and then the next you're like, hey Jer, I'm gonna come hang out with you. It's
Yeah,
like,
there's one thing like removing yourself from the situation as a whole, but then she's also egging it on at other times, and then she's
Right.
removing herself. So she's,
Right.
if anything, she's leading him on even more. So
She's a
he's there
tease,
like,
yeah.
like every time
Also, I'm
she's
sorry, but
around,
I would never get married if I had feelings of any kind for someone else like that, of any level, period. No. Like, girl, your answer is right in front of you. Okay.
It's like I said when we were talking about the Christmas scene in the last stream, where she's like, I realized in that moment that I would always have love in my heart for Conrad or something like that. I'm like, girl.
Yeah, you're like,
can't say
okay.
that.
That
Like,
is
I
not
don't
what a
sit
normal
here
person
right now as a
says.
married woman and think, huh, I still have love for my high school boyfriend. No.
It's crazy.
Yeah. If like when you were getting married, you had any inkling of this feelings towards an ex, it'd be like, then don't maybe reevaluate your life.
Yeah, literally.
Like, what?
Yeah, like I feel like the proper reflection would be, at one time I loved this person.
Yeah.
Not like I will always have love for, you know what I mean? There's like a difference in the semantics.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not saying that the feelings that I had then like weren't
valid and
valid. Yeah. But like
Yeah.
I don't feel them now.
yeah.
And when I'm hanging out with my ex alone, I'm not doing stuff like that when my man is away. Like, no.
Someone said their vows are going to be a train wreck.
Oh my god. I vow to never cheat on you again.
I vow to love you as much as I loved your brother.
And still do. I vow to think of him in that moment every time we, you know, have intimacy.
Imagine the faces of both of their parents when they break up and she gets with Conrad again. Imagine the scenes.
Dude.
Also,
That's
nobody knows about
like,
the cheating either right now. Like,
and that's also the annoying part. I'm like, yeah, everyone's like so team Jer. It's like no one is like, hey, Belly, you sure you don't want to like maybe reevaluate with Conrad? Like, you sure that's over? No one's stepping in. They're just like shipping this.
Well, it's been 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have been apart a lot of it, but still.
And if she's still got feelings for him after 4 years of not being around him,
dude,
like, what are you doing, Belly? You are such a red flag. Like, this is why he deserves better.
That's what's kind of crazy. I'm like, that's so much sad, dude. That's
okay.
Sad.
This perfectly plays into one of the other tweets I wanted to read you. Y'all are so boring trying to apply real life to TV. It's fictional. Like, why is he stuck on the same girl after 4 years? For my entertainment.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm like
this wouldn't be interesting if Conrad wasn't still in love with her. It'd just be watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird. If it was just actually be so funny if Conrad wasn't into her anymore, but it was just Belly still being thirsty, being like, oh, what a beautiful night. And you're like, girl, get over it. He has moved on. That would actually be really funny. It's like you finally get his perspective and he's like, why is she standing there like that? Like, girl's trying to be a thirst trap and it's not working. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some grilled chicken again. Like, sup, you want some food or what? You know? Hey girl, you got peach all over your face. Let me clean that off. Are you good? Do you want a napkin? Like, that'd be hilarious.
What if
He's just judging her the whole time. He's like, what's wrong with her?
she breaks up with Jeremiah for him, and then he realizes after he's got with her that he actually just deserves so much better than her, and breaks up with her and gets with Agnes instead, who is still waiting for him, and she's a really good option. Like,
I don't think he's gonna ever choose Agnes, but I would love for them.
She's
to get back
really
together
sweet.
and then
Like in the
for
past
him to
couple of
break up with
episodes,
her.
she's really
I'd be
like,
here for that.
you know.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
Belly's
I
on
want-
her
yeah,
own, but he's
yeah.
happy. Like,
I want Belly and Conrad together for Conrad's sake.
yeah.
Because that'll make him happy, not for Belly. She doesn't deserve any of it. Okay, like no.
But like, she's never gonna grow. Like, she's gonna be like this forever, and he's gonna have to deal with this version of her who's just there, problematic all the time. Like,
Yeah, I don't understand how he's still into her. Like she betrays him by just being so into Jeremiah when they're together, and like she's just not nice to him.
in there.
I'm like, man, they really stretched this whole like I still love you, like very Notebook-esque. Oh my god, it's so like the Notebook. It's like I still love you, or wait,
I've not seen The Notebook.
It's not over. It's not over.
I need to
it's
watch
still
it.
not over. Yeah.
It wasn't over then. Yeah.
Oh my god, it literally is
Okay,
the
Ammir,
Notebook.
you have to see The Notebook because there were parallels people feel
Oh,
like.
I've seen the
from the
Yeah,
Notebook.
that's
the
why I'm
roof
just not
scene.
realizing. I'm like,
I've seen a picture
dude.
of the roof scene, and
I'm
apparently
just
that.
not
The
realizing.
roof
I'm like,
scene.
holy. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Conrad.
Yeah, Noah fixing the roof, Conrad fixing the roof.
Oh my god.
And then that Noah was wearing like a white shirt and khakis.
they kind of dress similar too.
Mhm.
Whoa,
I'm
never
gonna have to
thought of
watch it this
that.
week so that I'm ready next.
Except the what's her name? I know
Rachel
it's Rachel
McAdams,
McAdams, but what's like her? I don't know what her character's name is.
Allie.
Allie
Noah
is
and
so much
Allie.
more likable though. Oh my god, you're right. The parallels with okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's like 20 years late. Ammir, you have to watch. I'm like, okay, I'm saying I'm not gonna spoil the Notebook.
I'll take my headphones off. I'll take them off so that you can.
No, it's fine.
But I never thought about all the parallels. Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Lots of parallels.
Except again, I like the main female character, and I think she's got some, I think her situation's more relatable. Way
Yes.
more relatable. Like you're like, I could see that happening. Whereas Belly, you're like, no. Not the same at all.
I hate Belly so much. Like...
And Noah, like it's a little dramatic, like however many years later he still like hasn't moved on, but it's so romantic. Conrad, you're like, boy, come on, you're so young, just move on with your life. Like this ain't it.
Shell said, Ammir, watch Twilight 2 while you're at it.
Facts, dude.
Okay, yeah. It's gonna be a fun week for me.
We've got to make a list. Yeah, we've got to make a list of movies for Ammir to watch so that we can't spoil them for everybody more.
Okay, at least watch Twilight, the first movie, because there are 4, so that's asking a lot. But because I already spoiled that she doesn't end up with Jacob, so.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? I actually forgot about that.
Well, and Jacob's not hot in the first movie, actually, so there's no context into what he becomes.
Okay.
You need to at least watch the second one when the iconic scene where he rips his shirt off and all of a sudden he has a 6-pack.
Oh, okay.
Extreme. It's
okay.
extreme.
Don't worry, everyone. Ammir spoiled Lilo and Stitch for me before we started.
the live action one.
Movie
the live action one.
Era of this era.
It was an unnecessary change. It was an unnecessary change.
Yeah, from what you've said, I agree. Yeah, I was telling Ammir that I really want to see the new Lilo and Stitch, and then he told me something they changed from the original, and I won't spoil it for everyone, but it sounds rough.
It doesn't sound like a good watch. I've not seen it. I'm not gonna watch it.
I wonder what it's rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think quite badly. Like I think people really took that quite badly. Like.
Okay, so are we talking about the scene?
I know we've been avoiding it for some reason.
Oh, the scene.
I can't
The
handle
it
scene.
was like explicit
I had to
to the
rewatch
point where
it, dude.
like they were like if they like they did everything other than show anything. Like you saw
Dude.
everything they were doing. Like I was like
Dude.
that was
I
wild.
couldn't breathe. Also, like, I wish I had shot a reaction of me watching the episode because the whole episode, there were times where I literally like couldn't breathe. I was like the peach scene, like anytime that they were close, like even the Michaels when like they walked, like oh my god, I was just living.
Oh yeah, he like oh my gosh. And Michael's when he kind of brushed by her. You know what I'm talking
the
about?
tension was palpable. And then I was like,
Yeah.
sadly, she didn't cheat on Jeremiah in this episode, but it's okay because Jenny gave us
Sadly,
his
she
flashback,
didn't
so it's
cheat
like
on
the
him.
same thing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like we still got something because if she'd left us with nothing, it would have been like, wow.
Well, I
But
was dying when I was reading back the messages you guys were exchanging while you were watching it, because didn't one of you say, I really hope we get like some sort of Belly Conrad like makeout scene, even if it's a
Yeah.
flashback. One of
Yeah.
you said that.
we were rooting
And
for
then-
cheating for sure.
And
Yeah,
then it
yeah.
happened, and you're like,
Because I
ah.
thought
was
they were
like,
gonna
I'll
kiss in the
take it.
peaches scene. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
they're
we
about to
keep
kiss.
this
They're
scene over.
and then
Yeah,
it did it.
and then I was like, I'll take it in the flashback. I don't care. It doesn't have to be present day. I don't care.
yeah.
And I was like, wow. And it's so funny because I was watching it back and I was like, they went from talking about like the potential, like his mom being sick to being like, let me just get on top of you. And I was like, that probably was like a weird time for that, but it worked.
Yeah, after
And you forgot
rewatching
all
it,
about it.
I was like,
Yeah.
that felt really random that they just went straight into it. But like, I guess
Yeah, I don't know if that would have been the move. It's like your
Yeah.
mom is maybe dying.
mid conversation, they just like.
I think Well, I
right
think
into
the main thing to remember there is like one, they're pretty much a long distance relationship. Like he's visiting her at her mom's house, and that's why he's staying in the guest room. And then also Susanna's been sick for a while at that point. So I'm not saying like I hear what you're saying, but if you think about it in that context,
No,
it's
I
kind of
get it,
like
yeah.
that's a constant storyline for them at that point. It's not like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just found out his mom is sick. And
No,
she
that's
doesn't
true.
know that he is thinking it's
Right.
like it's really bad and she's about to die. Like he's saying, I'm protecting her from that information. She
Yeah,
thinks
yeah.
Susanna's gonna be fine.
Yeah. I mean,
So his compartmentalization is crazy and unhealthy.
I relate to it immensely. I see a lot of myself in like, because I'm like, on one hand, I'm like, wow, it's crazy that y'all were talking about that and then ended up hooking up. But at the same time, I've been in similar situations. So I get it.
Yeah.
You're like, anyway, what's over here? Okay. Life's great.
The thing that I'm interested in is that she's the one who brought up oh, those flowers reminded me of the ones from the guest room that I hate. And then he's thinking the guest room where we last hooked up. But because we're only getting his perspective, we don't know. And again, like none of that happened in the book. So we don't know. Is Belly also thinking this back to that? Like, oh, the guest room.
Yeah.
It didn't seem
We
that
didn't
way,
see the flowers in that scene either. Like my guy just thought bedroom. He was like,
no, you see it at the end.
Do you?
See like it ends the shot, like it pulls out and you see them on the
Oh
thing,
my
and it, like,
god.
fades
They
away,
were like,
and
guys,
you're like,
trust this
here
is
they
important. They were like, trust
you're
this
like, yep,
does
there they
fit.
The cutaways were perfect because you go into the scene, I think, with Conrad's holding the glass of wine at the dinner table, and she's like, "Remember those flowers?" And he's like, "I remember." And he puts the glass down, and then
it cuts to the
transitions into
other
scene,
one.
and there's like a glass of water.
Yeah, I did
And
notice
he's
that.
reading Lord of the Rings. It's so.
Oh, I didn't notice
perfectly-
that. Oh,
I didn't
my
notice
god.
that either.
I didn't notice it myself. Someone else posted about it, and then obviously
I just saw him
she's wearing the
shirtless, and I was
infinity
like,
necklace, and he's like
Oh, I
kissing the
saw
Oh
that.
my
infinity
god, yeah, that
necklace.
was like
oh, that. Ooh.
he
Yeah,
loves that
he
necklace.
He crushed that whole scene. I was like, yep, okay. I was like, pretty sure we're never gonna get a scene like this between her and Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Pretty
We've
sure
not had
we
a
never
scene
had
like
a
that in
moment
the
like that.
entire show.
Oh no,
like-
we have seen them hooking up, and it was like mid or like almost hooking up.
Yeah.
In the
In
beginning.
college, like in the dorm or whatever.
That someone pointed out online that it's interesting that we got this scene from Belly and Conrad because we only ever saw the post intimacy of Jeremiah and Belly. Like we never
Mm.
saw
Yeah,
this level
true.
of intimacy. So it's like trying to paint those parallels. I think the steamiest Belly Jeremiah scene was the end of season 2 when they make out at the
When they
car.
make out on the car, yeah.
And then
yeah.
Conrad walks out. And then when she chooses him at the hotel, like
Yeah.
those two scenes, they had good makeout chemistry. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But that's the steamiest you ever get from them. And then
Yeah.
and then it's like, if you thought that was good,
In
here's
it.
this.
Dude, I didn't expect that we were gonna get something that like saucy because
On the
I was
nose
like,
as
oh,
well.
like it's like a PG show, and then I was like, oh, and like the way it was shot too was so well done, like the shots that they chose, and I was like really impressed. I'm like, we didn't need to see it get like super raunchy, and like she kept her bra on, and obviously and like whatever, like, but we didn't need all those like extra layers because like what we did get was like
enough.
more than enough.
Yeah.
There were
like,
a lot of
when he like
a lot
bit,
of implications.
Like, their first when they started kissing and he like grabbed her lower lip, I was like, Conrad, come on. Like it's
the amount of time, like when I've been opening social media and scrolling, the amount of times I see the still of Belly like
also her acting was
Conrad.
incredible. It was incredible. I was like, girl, you crushed this. Okay. Like I just kept thinking, I'm like, because you know that people always say how awkward those kind of scenes are, and I'm like, I don't know, like, was this awkward? Like I'm actually kind of surprised that Belly
film it?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that like none of, I mean, maybe they have hooked up real life, but that Belly, like whatever her name is, the girl who's the
Lola
actress,
Tongue,
hasn't actually like
got with Chris.
You know,
like you'd
he
assume
has a girlfriend.
What?
Huh?
What?
I'm pretty sure he has a girlfriend.
Oh, well, Jeremiah's married.
Yeah,
Jeremiah's married.
He's married.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jeremiah's actor has like he was quite like his character on set as well. Apparently,
he's married to a model. It's pretty on brand. And anytime you hear him talking, like I saw an interview of him, trying to like defend like why like Belly would pick Jeremiah, and is like, oh, because we're like best friends and whatever, and like I don't know, just the way he was talking, it was giving actual Jeremiah. I was like, I can't separate the two. You're kind of similar. And as someone who's seen his TikTok, yeah, he's kind of
have you seen the clips from the lie detector interview?
No, because that's just dropped, hasn't it? I've not seen that yet.
Yeah, when there's kind of some spoilers, so maybe you guys shouldn't watch it, but it's what you're saying of their answers kind of lining up with their characters when they're taking like the truth test is so funny.
Oh my god.
I have seen clips
back and watch it after.
Of Taylor and Steven. I just saw one and they're freaking adorable together. I'm like, run away and get married forever, please. Like they're so cute. They are really all on brand. I feel like they are like their characters. For 100%. The most part.
Yeah, I think the people in chat were saying like, oh, we don't really know how far they went in that scene, because they, like you're saying, they showed it in a PG way, but the key is that
they showed his hand.
Did you
they showed his hand? Yeah, like
did you see his
that
hand?
was very clear what was going on.
But also when the scene ends and you're coming back to the dinner scene, back to current time, he says, that was 4 years ago. That was the last time. I forget how he phrases it. Like, that was the last time I was intimate with her, or that's the last time we were together in that way.
Yeah, together in that way. That was the one. Yeah.
I
feel like he's saying that's the last time we slept together.
Yeah. And I think that's where like the layer of like, obviously doesn't happen in the book. So it's like, you gotta be some kind of level of PG and like not scare too many people who aren't prepared for this. But I feel like it's like, we didn't need to see that because we saw her enjoy herself in other ways beforehand. And it was obviously leading up to that. So yeah, the hands that was in full view. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yes. Oh, man.
Oh,
I didn't notice that the first time I watched it. I literally I finished this episode and I was like, rewind. I have to go back and just start it over
Dude,
because there's so much. And I feel like it was directed so well. Like Jenny did an amazing job making it feel different from Conrad's perspective,
So
revisiting certain moments we'd already gotten from Belly's perspective and making them a little different. Like the way they would use slow-mo and the music, and it was just so good. I'm like, this is the first episode that I've felt like, oh, I want to go back and rewatch.
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
This was the best
literally.
episode of the whole season. I mean, I feel like I'm also biased because it was Conrad's perspective, but because it was just so different. Like,
I just
the
hope we
vibe,
get
the
more similar
music
to this though.
crushed.
Like
All the music choices and the way it was edited, everything about it was just perfect. When they're
100%.
standing at the peach stand after he wipes her face and they're in that golden hour glow, and you're like,
yeah,
oh
every
my
time he looks at her and
God,
it goes
the
all
lighting
golden.
was flawless. Like, it was so well done. Yeah.
I love the visual representation of the way he sees her being like golden and slow-mo every time he looks at her. I think that's so cute.
I know.
But like,
and yeah, up until this episode, my favorite scenes were probably the Belly Jeremiah when she's like, "Will you ever give me another chance?" And he said,
I don't know if I could ever stop us.
Yeah, like that scene when they make out at the car. I love that scene. And then the whole Conrad leaving to exile and then Belly going to kiss Jeremiah to Beyonce. I thought that was all really well done. And now episode 5 trumps that for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Light work easily. Yeah.
I was just thinking this season, but probably overall, no, yeah.
It's really changed a lot of the way I see all the characters.
I want to know which episode she directed before in the other season.
This was the first one.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think it's supposed to be the only one. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's disappointing.
I just hope we get more episodes like this though, because if we've peaked so early on in the season, I want it to get better. And if it's
again, he's gonna go away, it's gonna get kind of dull for a bit. It's gonna be awful because we're gonna be like, okay, from now we have to go watch her hang out with Jeremiah.
Literally.
Oh God.
So here's the statistic of where we are according to the book. So we just finished episode 5 of 11. Okay, so we're basically halfway through. And in chapters of the book, we are through chapter 38 of 57. So it's we're very much on par.
The end.
Yeah, we're a little more than halfway through the book.
So they've added more stuff in the second half of the season.
And let me just tell you that a lot, if you thought a lot happened in the first 2 episodes of Jeremiah cheating, Cabo, blah, 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 proposal, just wait.
Oh well,
obviously what has to happen, she has to break up with Jeremiah, somehow make amends with Conrad, somehow convince everyone that that's okay. There's a lot left to be done.
By the way, guys,
6 episodes left and there's 19 chapters. Yeah.
I forgot to send this to you, but I will send it to you. But basically, someone, I don't know who's done this, but they've gone and they've edited every episode to just Bonrad scenes. So every episode that both of them are together, and
oh my God,
and it's literally just like episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the first few 2, literally they just cut everything else out, and it's just that. And the first 2 or 3 are 5 minutes long, and then these past 2 are 20, 30 minutes long. And I was like, you guys need to see this. This is iconic.
Need it. Or that's the one funny. The trend that people are doing now of the sexy back, Justin Timberlake.
Yes, I saw that.
Dude, I say you that that
every time Conrad comes on screen.
So Conrad and then Jeremiah was man-child, and it's so funny because that edit, it was he's just creeping around. It's oh, here's Conrad, and then oh, there's Jeremiah pops up and ruins it again, and it was so that has been fire. I'm living for all of them. Oh man. Also, Jeremiah's communication is so poor. When he texted her when he was running late, and all he texted was sorry, like, I forget what he said, like the least, like, sorry, like,
Tied up at work.
yeah, and you're like, excuse me, like, what else? How long? Yeah.
Massive red flag guy.
Yeah.
Also, he's had a second conversation with his dad, like since that first one we saw on screen, because the stuff like about his secretary, like helping plan and stuff, wasn't mentioned in the scene we saw, and like so they must have had another
Right, his
conversation.
dad
since
just said
then.
that he was gonna help pay for it.
Yeah, that's all he
didn't say anything
said.
about the secretary. Yeah.
People talked about the continuity a lot, and that's why people were wondering if we're gonna get a similar episode, but from Belly's, which again, I don't think we will. But same thing with, I guess, like, how did Conrad know all the details about the cake? Like, I guess when they were having the back and forth, and he mentioned the mirror glaze or whatever, like, we never knew that he knew about it, and like people were wondering, like people were talking
I
about the gap.
assumed that that's just
stuff.
because Jeremiah must have had this cake before.
He just loves the cake. He's like,
yeah,
miracle.
like maybe that's what he used to get for his birthday or something. That's because I agree. I thought, like, how does he know that? I'm like, well, it is his brother.
Yeah.
Just so picky with this miracle.
The cacao.
Belly, the cacao's the
Bitterness of the
beating.
cacao.
Dude. It was like embarrassing watching her try to like go like wedding shop for things. I was like, girl, come on, dude. Like, just like, ugh. Yeah, it was painful. What were you gonna say?
Tori pointed out that dad only approved of the wedding because of the phone call with Conrad at the start of the episode. Agree. That also in the book, that's like an in-person conversation with Conrad and his dad, where his dad says, "What should I do?" And Conrad said, "If you push against it, it'll only make it worse."
Okay.
And so I think it's kind of that combined with this work stuff that they're doing with Jeremiah that is making and Jeremiah just so badly wants the validation from his dad.
You know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the dad really like changed up this
bad for
episode
him.
though. He was a lot nicer this episode. Like he
Right.
like he said nice things about Jeremiah that weren't even related to the wedding, about like how he cleans up at home and everything. Like he had been paying attention, and then he like praised him for the work he did, and like he spoke to Conrad and asked him for advice and then listened to it. I was like, this is a different guy. Like,
yeah, once again, I'm like, who's this guy? Like,
see, I felt like that was very conditional. I feel like he said all of that because Jeremiah did something good at work, and that he only values Jeremiah for that stuff. Like the fact, like, because obviously we didn't really talk about the brunch scene, whatever, when Jeremiah and Belly end up telling everyone they're engaged.
One of my favorite scenes of the show.
Such a jerk. And that he's like going around, they're all saying nice things about each other, and then he's basically
horrible,
like, and Jeremiah sucks. It's like, what?
Right.
Yeah, literally.
Like, we don't like Jeremiah as a character, but for a parent to say that in that kind of a context is so mean.
Yeah, even like everyone else could tell as well that like they were like, what's going on here?
When the mom said that it was going to be on her card, and then everyone just went in on ordering food.
Not everyone. Conrad got the cheapest thing.
Yeah, except for Conrad. But I'm like,
and Jeremiah got the second most expensive thing. Yeah.
Well, he got the cheapest thing, but he still got like the salmon, which is not cheap. Belly was the one who was like, I'll take the soup. Like, yeah.
Yeah. In the book, it's very clear that like Jeremiah orders one of the most expensive items.
Yeah, I think it's the second most expensive on the menu.
It's so cringe. Anytime someone
because he
says
just doesn't
paying,
have awareness.
I'm like,
and I'm not saying that that's okay, but like they're painting it very clearly that Jeremiah has no self-awareness of any of those kinds of things, just money in general, and Conrad does.
Which is why it's funny that he's like, Belly, go order all this expensive stuff. And then she's like, so it's this much. And he has no solution. He's like, get the cake. It's like, it's $750. Like, where's the money? Like, you can want expensive things, but who's paying for it? Like, it's crazy.
And the cake and the ring wasn't even that expensive. Like, how are you going to pay more for something that's going to last one day than something that's going to last forever?
Cacao.
Oh, and he's like, I'll just put it on the card. Why didn't you do that with the ring? Why didn't you do that with the ring?
Yeah.
And he's 20k in debt right now. Like we're forgetting that he's for forgetting that email and just like having to do an extra year.
Semester of school. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's 20k in debt for that.
it's also like, I mean, I know it's just all part of how TV shows are, of like the miscommunication trope, but part of me is like, this is also a little bit on Belly. Like, she's the one who's been getting all the pricing, and because Jeremiah's not there, he isn't getting any of the context of how expensive every single thing is. And
Right.
so she just like doesn't explain it at all. She's like, it's really expensive. And he's like, oh, I'll put it on the credit card. And if I were her, I'd be like, well, there's also this and this and this and this. And
Right.
instead the conversation is just like, all right, we're getting the cacao. Like,
Yeah. And I'd be like, so the flowers were $5,000 minimum.
yeah, it's like, actually, no, we
and
need to
this.
talk about this. This isn't like a
Literally.
2-sentence conversation. But
Also,
again,
yeah,
I know
it's
it's
like
TV, so
I forget
whatever.
that he's not done with school because it's like she's not done with school. He has to go back for another semester, and y'all really think you need to get married before all like in the midst of this? Like maybe graduate college first, because that was your priority before, and now you're like, let's just squeeze this in. Oh, and don't go to Paris because I'm needy and I'm gonna miss you so much. Are you? Are you? Like he shipped her off, or I guess she chose to go to cousins, but like still, it felt like when she was there, he was like kind of okay with it. But she can't go to Paris for like 4 months. I don't know.
Well, because he can drive to cousins every weekend.
Yeah. And I guess the fact that he's doing that, he's not Jenny hasn't ruined him that much. It'd be bad if he was like, I'm not coming this weekend, like, because I don't want to. It'd be like,
Yeah.
ooh, yikes. Red flag.
I
So then the
found the
last scene
engagement
is
ring, by the
the
way,
mom
guys.
scene. Oh my god.
The engagement ring is $289.
I need to see it because I don't actually.
Like,
It's so small.
200
I don't actually know what it looks like.
Wait.
Wait. Oh, that's cute.
It's
Oh,
cute.
pounds.
It was $289. It just changed to pounds because I clicked OK. But like, it's not 750. Like,
it is small.
it looks so small on the hand. Look.
I'm literally squinting. I'm like,
they didn't.
That's like a ring you get to go with other rings.
Yeah.
You're like,
the internet was so funny after that episode with the ring jokes.
dude.
Like
savage.
it's stacked there. You can see it stacked on the pinky finger, but
You
can
gotta
barely
stack
see
it.
You can barely see
Yeah,
it when
it's
it's stacked there.
It's not
the
a
top one.
standalone.
Lit.
It's a wear with other rings.
It's a waste of money, is what it is.
I mean that too. Yeah, I wouldn't spend that much on that. I'd be like, what did I buy?
Well, and it also just the parallels of the whole money thing with Conrad being like, you can do it this way, and it can just be one tier, and it's this, and then it's like, or the flowers, or these are $8.99, and he's
so
coming up with
sweet.
solutions, and she's all depressed, and he's like, eat the cupcake, and you're just like,
Aw.
It's like, Belly, don't you see? Like, you're taking advantage of this man. Like, he just did the most with you this weekend, and you're like, anyway, Jared's here. I'm gonna go hang out with him now. Like,
she is taking advantage of him, like straight up. And then when he was like, "Oh, sometimes I forget that it's not even me who's marrying her," and I'm like, "Oh my god, this guy!" Like,
for a second, I forgot. I'm like, oh,
that's a problem.
You're toxic. Yeah. Just what are we doing? Like, y'all are so annoying. Man.
And then can we point out, because we're gonna get onto the final scene in a second anyway, but his whole thing is, I made a promise to my mom, blah blah. The promise wasn't even like, he just implied that as, oh, maybe I shouldn't get with my brother's girlfriend. All he said that he was gonna take care of him, like, doesn't mean he can't like follow his heart and stuff. Like, I'm sure she wouldn't have minded. Like,
was she with him? Which guy was she with when Susanna
She was with Conrad, because Jeremiah went to her and was like, I've always loved her. Do you remember?
Well, they broke up at prom before Susanna died, but it was like imminent.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was single technically. Okay, but either way, it's like you were the last one to date Belly. Yeah, so it's like, clearly, yeah, you didn't make a promise. It's like your mom knew you were in love with her, so she would never be like, let your brother have nice things. It's like,
She asked Conrad to take her to prom after she knew that her and Jeremiah were kind of like. Wait, are you there? Wait, what's happened to Molly?
Oh,
That's-
now Molly's gone.
I don't know. My cam. Can you hear me? My
We can
camera's
hear
going
you.
out.
Yeah, you're
I
a
can
bit
hear
blurry.
you're just weirdly. You look like you're on one of those. You're like on one of those shows where you don't give away your identity.
Yeah.
Disguise your voice a little bit
Stand
more,
by.
Molly, so we don't know who it is.
And then
Oh, I can't take a picture. I don't
I
have
will
my
troubleshoot.
Ammir,
It's
take a
all right. You
photo.
can screenshot the stream. It's on the stream, so.
Anyway, yeah, the last scene, yeah, when you were like, wait, did his mom just call him ugly? She did. I like had to watch it back when she's like, when you were born, I thought you were the prettiest baby and this and that. And then I
Turned out to
realized
be an
looking back,
alien.
you look like an alien. Oh, your brother Jeremiah was always the better looking one. And she's like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, is this really what you want to say? Is your
Honestly.
final? Yeah.
On my rewatch with my mum and my brother, my mum was like, "That's horrible. I would never say that to any of my kids." I was like, "Yeah, too right."
Right?
Like she was horrible.
Even on your deathbed. Actually, especially not on your deathbed, because literally it's like your final impressions for your kid.
Yeah, she was like,
forever.
"You're kind of ugly, weren't you?"
I was like, where's she going with this? And then it's like, oh, ending with Jeremiah's better than Conrad, which is just not true.
Tori just put the mum asked Conrad to talk to Belly, take Belly to the dead ball because it would be the closest to one of their weddings she would see. So yeah, like she was shipping them both.
She wore a white dress, yeah.
She was shipping them both. Like, oh wait,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh.
I saw an OBS thing there for a
We're
second.
working on it. We're
Yeah,
working on it. The phone died.
The phone. Oh, your phone.
The camera.
Rookie
Yeah.
mistake.
It's fine.
It was supposed to be plugged in, but it was not.
Mm. It's okay. At least we can hear
Stand by.
you.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah.
Yay! Oops.
Luckily, the microphone and the camera are two different things. That's hilarious. Yeah.
So
Okay, so the whole Susanna thing, it's like now you finally understand why Conrad lied to Belly. And that line in that scene of I've only ever lied once, and that was to Belly the night that I told her, or the day like at the hotel when I pretended that I didn't love her. Like that is dead accurate to how it's described in the book, like word for word, how that scene happened. And you're like, what? That's why you told her that you didn't care about her?
It's stupid.
You think you made this promise on your mom's deathbed?
She did not want that. She did not want that for him.
Taking care of your brother doesn't translate to letting him get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I don't understand the correlation.
It's
like,
such a common trope as well in shows where they're just like, oh, I'm not going to do something because of a promise, and the promise just turns out to be like something super vague. And
it's not
so
even
annoying.
a real promise. If your mom came back from the grave, she'd be like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Like, what?
Not a single person this season has used her as an excuse, but for the right reason. Like, it's always in the wrong ways.
I know, like someone in the chat said way earlier about how like Jeremiah and Belly keep using her as a scapegoat for their wedding. Like, oh, like just filling it. It's like Susanna is dead, and like let the woman rest.
Like, she's rolling over in a grave.
Convenient agendas. Like, yeah, you don't know what she would have wanted, but it wasn't this. That's for sure. Like,
right? Yeah, people are pointing out. Sure, maybe she would have been happy to have Belly get married at the country club, but not with all of Adam's coworkers and the person he cheated on her with.
Yeah.
Are we freaking serious?
Would she have though? That was a weird thing to say when she's like, your mom would have wanted. I was like, why would she have wanted this?
Well, because like, if you remember, like Susanna was really big on Belly going to the country club for the Deb ball and all of that. She liked the country club life and she liked that stuff, but I don't think she would have been opposed to if Belly wanted to get married at the house. That's even more special.
She would have loved that. Like, that was their special thing. Like, they spent a whole season trying to save that house. Like, obviously Susanna would have appreciated that.
Right. yeah, I mean, it would make an exceptional place to get married. You know, cousin's house is stunning, but yeah, it's very convenient. Oh, your mom would have loved this. Would she have? Like, you're convincing yourself. Like, again, speaking from the perspective of a ghost of like, but yeah, Conrad's excited. I didn't really like that. It's like, this is why you lied. This is what we've been waiting for, to see what the heck was wrong with you and why you're so indecisive and can't just like speak words. Come on.
It's stupid. Like,
It's a little cheap, but I'm
If
like,
you
you gotta
do
do
think about it,
something, right?
though, in his defense, in season 2 and book 2, you do see Conrad, like, as they're fighting to get the house back and stuff, you do see him starting to warm up again, and he's about to tell Belly that he still loves her, and Steven's like, "Man, if that's how you still feel, like, go after it," and Conrad's getting like, working himself up to it, and then Jeremiah is like, "Do you still love her or not? Because, like, I do." And that's when
Mm,
Conrad's like, "Oh, man. I guess I'm gonna back down from this."
that's fair.
Yeah.
I just feel so bad for him. Like, he's in
Jeremiah was
such
more
a
likable
sticky
back then.
situation. He was. He was.
Back then, it was like, okay, he deserves a shot. You know, like Conrad, like ruined things. Give Jeremiah a shot at Belly, as if she's like some prize, literally. Like, also this competition to win, which they keep, you know. But it did make more sense then. It doesn't make sense now, but back then it was like, fine, I guess. It couldn't be me though. You know, if it was like my sister and I loved the boy first, and our mom died, and like she said this vague thing that had nothing to do with my sister dating the man I was in love with, like I would be like, no, you can't have a go at him. Like, I'm still in love with him, period. Like, I can't watch you guys like now date. I mean, they talk about like friends in general, like, you know, like guys and girls. It's like dating your friend's ex is kind of not really what you should do, let alone your brother who was in love with her. And like, even if he isn't still, like, are you like, it's honestly mess up on Jeremiah to be like, my turn, I'm into her. It's like, no,
It
I don't know.
feels
I don't know. I
weird.
blame
Like,
Belly for part of that too. I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, she's like
Oh,
problem number
yeah,
one.
for
Like,
sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, she's
yeah.
always the problem for sure.
Conrad was probably thinking, "Let Jeremiah shoot his shot." And then Belly's like, "Yeah, I'll date you." And he's like, "What?"
I just don't get how he
I
was
mean, yeah,
like all for it after he knew that her and his brother had like been there, like and
I
everything.
get
Like,
her
it's a
perspective. I
bit
also would have been like,
weird.
sure, yeah, I'll take Jeremiah. Like Conrad broke my heart. Like Jeremiah is a good second. I just mean like between the brothers, I don't understand. I think
That's
they
what I mean.
both.
I agree. Like,
Jeremiah was in the wrong for even going in that like territory, and then Conrad was in the wrong for not just speaking out about what he felt. You know, but you know, boys being boys. So I'm actually not super surprised. You know, but I don't know. I feel like it's rule number one.
One thing had been different, would everything
Everything
be
been
different
different.
today? We were something, don't you think so?
There's so many songs that apply to this show and this season, especially. It's crazy.
and we've got none.
So
And we've got
I
none
know.
so
I'm
far.
so mad. I'm like, this song's fine. Oh, I like Billie Eilish. Oh, I love Harry Styles. This is cool. But then I'm like, where? But this Taylor song.
They got 2 Billy songs back to back, and we're out here
I
like,
know.
where's Taylor?
I'm like, okay, we
The
get it.
"Please, Please, Please" montage was so good.
And that was
Wait,
good.
which one was
Every
that one
song she's
again?
chosen has been
When
good, but
Belly was getting ready to go to the dedication, like the ceremony for Susanna, she was doing her makeup to "Please, Please,
Oh
Please."
yeah,
yeah,
that was good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was here for that. Yeah.
I just need Taylor back though. I just need Taylor. Just
I know.
like it can't be like episode 8, 9, 10. We need it like next
What
episode, I feel like.
I know we had Taylor predictions pre-season, but now it's like if we're thinking that she's saving like the song of all songs for Bonrad, what song is it? And if it's like a positive song, like them finally reuniting and like
It'd be Red, wouldn't it?
the
Like they've been teasing
moment.
Red so much. Like I feel like
They do it again though?
true. Like last time they've used them for trailers, they've not used them in shows, if I remember
It
correctly.
has to be like
It must be
big.
something new, yeah.
Because also the moment when
I
they
think
like
this love was in the trailer and in the show in the first season.
Oh, okay. Maybe then.
I think.
because also that moment when they finally, hopefully, inevitably go for it, no one's gonna be able to handle it. So it's gonna need a perfect song to match. You
Yeah.
know, like what is the moment? Like
I forget if this is one of the edits that we
Fresh out
sent
the
each
slammer.
other or
Yeah.
if I saw it somewhere else. But did you see the edits of Belly Conrad to I Miss You, I'm Sorry by Gracie?
Yes,
dude, yeah,
you sent
I
it
did
to
it.
me.
I
Okay.
wrecked me. I was like, excuse me, no, I am way, way too in my feelings with this.
Gracie
Yeah.
needs to be in the show as well. Like her
That
songs
hurt.
really
Yeah,
fit.
where's she at?
Like,
Yeah, no, that hurt.
That song would have fit so perfectly. I don't want to go think I'll make it worse. Everything I know brings me back to us. And then the every corner of this house is haunted.
No, it was too much. It hurt my soul. I was like, oh, it's too real.
That's Gracie though.
Sing
Every song just hurts your soul when you really
Dude,
listen
I
to it.
know.
Like, something
I
about
know.
it. She
She's
fills them
all over
songs
my
with like something because
she's all over my breakup playlist. She's got
real.
some very relatable songs.
It's like it doesn't
Ooh.
even matter what the lyrics are. They
Friend
just
would've been good.
feel they hurt when you listen to them.
Yeah.
Friend.
Someone said in the
Yeah.
chat when we were talking about the scene that Guilty as Sin would have been fun because messy top lip kiss, how I long for our tryst.
Oh my god.
Or if they played it during the Peaches scene, well, I guess something happened. Ooh,
But that's I mean, Guilty as Sin.
Yeah,
like,
because
nothing
it's
actually
like
happened.
No, I know.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not yeah. But you said the other scene. I think the Peaches scene it would have made more sense.
Right. It's because we were talking about like the like biting of the lip thing,
No, I know,
like
yeah.
that line. But yeah, the
But
peaches. If that is like she bites into the peach, and then it's like,
Dude.
what if he's written on my upper thigh?
In it, like it'd be so perfect. Oh my
Dude.
god!
Like
We need to make
the
the
juice
edit
is
now.
like
We
going
need to
down
do
her chin.
Right?
in
Right?
slow-mo.
Right?
Oh my
Dude,
god.
make the edit, and then it's like, hey, like here's Belly's perspective, in case anyone was wondering what was going on in her head. I mean, you said you validated it with the books. She's basically, you know.
I know what I'm doing right after
Falling
this.
back into
Making
the
that
Hey, Ammir, get on
maze.
it. We've assigned a task for everyone. Get on it.
Oh,
my God,
what
it'd
a
be so
way to die.
No, that someone needs to make that immediately.
And it's like I keep recalling things we never did, but they did do it. And then it's like you flash back to the other scene. Yeah, the edit is just right there.
Can I be guilty as sin?
Yeah.
So
what
good.
a crazy episode. Like
Someone said, "But Daddy, I love him" for the song when they finally get back together, and like I do like that because I could see the dad being a brat about it, be like, "Oh my god, how could you do this to Jeremiah?"
this is what
Like,
I mean.
him,
Everyone's gonna kick off. Everyone.
I could
the
see
mummies
him
as well.
like wording off at Belly and being like calling her some very not appropriate names. I would not be surprised if he was
I
like,
think
"How
But
could
Daddy,
you do that?"
I think But Daddy, I Love Him is more for Belly and Jeremiah.
Yeah, I would say so as well because he's a red
Screaming,
flag.
But Daddy, I love him. I'm
True.
having his baby.
People would be like, "Wow, you picked
gosh.
Conrad finally."
Because everyone thinks she's pregnant. They're like, "Are you
Oh
pregnant? Is that why
yeah,
you're
everyone
married?"
does
And
think
she's
she's
like,
pregnant.
"No, no, I'm just crazy."
I'm just crazy and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't slow down ever. Like hindsight. And Conrad's like, therapy's changed my life. And she's like, anyway, do you want to go to Michael's with me? It's like, girl, maybe go to therapy yourself.
Yeah.
Just maybe. I don't know.
He really opened up
Just
to her this
maybe
episode as well, which was really sweet. Like
I know. He literally gave her
she just doesn't care about anything he says. She's just like me, and I'm like, oh my god.
I know.
Like
she's
Conrad,
so
you deserve better. Please see what's happening in front of
Period.
you.
Period.
Okay, I mostly agree with you, but I actually think that scene was really interesting because she's saying I experienced this tough thing with my knee, and then I had to basically see a psychologist, and then I realized sports psychology, and he's like, "Oh, this is my opening. I get to talk about therapy," and he tells her about being like losing that job, and he's thinking she sees me as this, like, she always looks up to me. I can't disappoint her. And then she says to him, like, it's okay, you know.
Nobody's perfect.
I
It's
did
okay
like
if
her
you
little
yeah.
her
Like,
speech
you
there
don't
was
have to be the
good.
hero. Yeah. It
She gave
you
good
know.
advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
That
was
was
like,
the one
and he was
time
like,
she
I'll
leveled with
speak to
him.
my. She was like, you shouldn't always be a hero, and he was like, I'll take that up with my therapist next time. But when she
Yeah.
told Jeremiah to sort out his like something complex, I can't remember what it was.
Inferiority
Inferior.
complex.
That's it. He
Oh,
kicked off,
yeah.
whereas Conrad is like, yeah, I'll speak to my therapist about it. Like,
Well,
it's
I
like
feel like
you're
that is the
right.
difference of the two scenes, though. Like, she was saying that to him as an insult.
Yeah,
Like,
she
don't throw your
weaponized that.
inferiority complex
Yeah.
on me.
Mhm.
With
She
Conrad,
weaponized
it was
that.
calm. But that directing was also so perfect because you, like, in the scene, you're like going back and forth between the two of them, right? And then when they're talking about the hero complex and he's like, yeah, I have to work on that, it like takes a front view of them and you see the bike in the background. And
Oh.
it's like, yeah, he like picked her
Well,
up
he
and put the
literally
bike
already
in the car.
said too. Like prior to that, he said something about being the hero or whatever. So when she called him out for it, I was like, this is just doubling down what he already knows because he already said it. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
No, we love a self-aware
He
man,
is
you know, who can
big
handle it.
Jeremiah. Like, not Jeremiah, Conrad.
That was the first
No.
time she like seemed to take pause when he was like, "Hey, I'm struggling and like life's not great over here." And she's like, "Wait, what?" And like there was like brief moment of pause and connection and then it was over. And then they got back to the
Back to
house and
her.
everything was cute and they had a great night together, but then Jeremiah shows up and it's like, "And it's over."
Worst interruption ever.
And when they were like having their little back and forth again, I appreciated that she could like pick on him and was just like making fun of him and like he could just take it and like he
That's
threw it
it.
back and I was like, all right, like he is secure. He, you know,
He's not
he
gonna
knows
cry
himself.
about everything
I'm
that she
not a
says.
botanist. I study medicine. It's like flex. Flex on him. You don't need to know about garlands because you are indeed a med student and are
What
gonna
was
be a
that about again, by the way? Because I don't remember like a Garland thing coming up before that. Like, what
I
was?
don't either.
When they were in Michael's and she
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like, you know, they're looking at the vases
Hmm.
and then he got all grumpy for a second
He did,
and
yeah.
was like, how long is this gonna take? And she's like, oh shit, okay, like I'll wrap it up. And then he tries to overcorrect and said, well, these garlands look nice. What about these flowers? They're $8.99. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Bless him.
he can't deal with her being wounded. He can't handle it
Yeah.
anymore.
I know.
Conrad, you're beating yourself up. It's so bad.
Well,
I
and that's why in season 2, that's kind of why I like Jeremiah better because he and Belly are able to have some of that banter in season 2. And Jeremiah is able to be a little more vulnerable with his emotions with her of like, if I'd kissed you, I would never be able to stop and blah, blah, blah. And then now it's like reversed again. But I did
True.
appreciate when there were so many things about the Belly Jeremiah doc scene when they're watching the fireworks that did bother me. But I did appreciate that Jeremiah immediately said, like, yeah, I was just really excited that my dad was finally proud of me for once.
But he also
Yeah.
did
You know
throw
what I
that
mean?
in
Like,
her
he's
face
not
though at the same time. Like he was like,
yeah,
Right, it's like, what are you gonna
he is
say?
being honest about where it's coming from. He's not trying to
Yeah.
act like it's what he wants. He's like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, like he kind of knew that she wasn't gonna be for it. And he's like, yeah, this is where it's coming from.
He's being honest, but yeah, it's like, how are you gonna say no now? It's
Yeah.
like, thanks for making me feel bad. Like, this is for your approval of your dad. Like, okay, I guess we'll do it. Like,
Well,
forget
but
what I
that's no,
want.
but that's the immaturity of it. It's like he's being honest about where it's coming from, and then she should say, "I totally get that, but I feel like we could talk to him about how important it is
Yeah.
to get married at the house." And then he'd be like, "Yeah, you're probably right."
Yeah.
I was also throughout that entire scene, I was like, oh, please, Conrad, just light a firework past them. Please get yourself back up. He was looking out the window. I was like, please set off a firework. Like, this is your time to get back at him.
Oh my gosh.
He's just too mature. Though.
That was so cringe when they were dancing. I was like, just end the freaking episode. And then it ends on that. And I was like, thank you, I guess. Not how I wanted. Like Conrad being like, he can give her more than I ever could. I'm like, false. Like, in what level?
He has imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Dude, for real. For
Well, I feel like
real.
that's the perfect ending because I know Ammir's gonna need a little break before his live stream later. So we can wrap this up shortly, but the episodes have all been called Last Something. Last
Mhm.
season, Last Christmas, Last
yeah.
Supper, Last Stand, and this one was called Last Dance. So I feel like this is the perfect ending topic is why do you think it was called Last Dance?
Well, you saw Jenny posted about it.
No,
And
I
I got
didn't. What'd
really
she say?
confused.
She
So
posted
she
like the
posted
definition of the last
Who
dance.
posted the definition? So like the last dance is like can be referred to as like the last time like dating, like the last like kind of like a finale of sorts. And she like highlighted it too. And like so some people were taking that as okay, like it's like the last dance between like literal, like it's her and Jeremiah's last dance slash like the end of them moving on to Conrad. But to me, I was confused because I'm like, I would see it as the definition being like the last dance, last date, last time together is like her and Conrad in that situation. Cause like they had their weekend, they had their time, and it's like, okay, that was the last, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, I was very confused, but Jenny called attention to it.
But
So
she didn't call it. She highlighted the one that she highlighted, but underneath that was the sports term, which was the last game or tournament in which the team or the members of the team play or compete together before retirement or moving to another team. That's us moving to another team. Team
okay.
Conrad.
Why
I
you
sent
tried
that
to
to
distract
you.
me? But
But
no, I
yeah.
know, but I didn't read. I only read the highlighted thing. I got so
Yeah.
distracted.
Like to
Wow.
another team. Like everyone's switching over now to team. I switched over to team Conrad.
Wow.
Like-
Okay, I was confused. So was she trying to throw us off? Because why did she highlight the other line?
Yeah, the
Like
other one really didn't add up for me really too much, to be fair.
exactly. That's why I was like, I don't know if now you're making me think this is like the last, you know, but yeah, and I was like, wow, Jenny's wild for that. Like it's so
Yeah.
ominous too. Because if you think about it, like they're dancing together, it's like, yep, have fun with that because it's over. And like, yeah, and the fact that she posted about it. And so I guess that's when I learned that the other seasons also had um the same word in each one. So
I
like
didn't know this.
last season it was love was in every episode title. The season
Okay.
before it was summer. And so this one it's last. And so I haven't looked to see what the other episodes were named before this episode, but do we
Last
have all of
season.
them? We don't have
Yeah.
all of them.
I wrote well, oh, you mean like
All
the other
11?
seasons?
Or
Oh no, we
sorry.
don't. Yeah, we don't know what the future episodes are named yet, but episode 1 was last season. Episode 2 was last Christmas, 'cause that's when we get the flashback to Conrad and Belly at the house at Christmas. Episode 3 was Last Supper because that's the family all sat down to have the meal that they never had.
Oh my god.
Episode 4 is Last Stand because of Jeremiah going to try to appeal to Laurel and Laurel saying no and Belly being she's like, I can't watch you throw your life away like this. And Belly says, then you don't have to watch and leaves.
Yeah.
So dramatic. And then Last Dance.
Which also they showed the dance scene of her and Conrad at the ball too in this episode. Another
Did
play
they?
on the dance.
Didn't they?
Yeah, we got a brief flashback. Am I making that up?
I feel like you are.
I can't
Have I
remember.
been watching too many clips?
I
I'm like, 'cause that
think
happened.
you-
I'm like, I
think you just manifested.
I was like, I might have been watching another clip.
Tori said in chat,
Anyway.
"Last kiss or last time." We could have those as titles for episodes, like, and then we
Definitely
could
Last
get one of the
Kiss.
songs, like.
For sure. Last kiss about her and Jeremiah. But that's
Oh my
like,
God.
but that's when you're sad though. She's not gonna be sad. She can't be sad that it's her last kiss with Jeremiah. She's gotta rejoice, especially if she's gonna move on to Conrad. That's the other thing is I feel like is that or is she gonna end up picking Conrad once again by default because Jeremiah just ruins it and so they end up breaking up and then she's so sad and then has that moment with Conrad and then they live happily ever after.
That's what I'm
'Cause, like,
thinking as well. Yeah.
how would
like-
you jump ship so quickly? It's like if Jeremiah screws up again, how are you gonna be like Conrad? Like it would look really bad for her.
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
can
be shocked
imagine
'cause-
like Last Kiss being used off like the breakup episode and then like an episode or two afterwards, then she falls for Conrad again. Like that works out afterwards.
Yeah.
But like if she just jumps ship wild. Like, I am not ready
I wouldn't be
for her to
shocked.
just.
He would move in, he'd console her, and she'd be like, and then they'd start making out, it'd be game over. And be like, well,
So
you
Last
know.
Kiss was already used. I was Googling to verify. I'm like, wait. Yeah, when Belly and Conrad break up in the beginning of season 2, Last Kiss, Taylor's version, because speaking now, Taylor's version had just come out, plays during like the montage of Belly thinking about the moments of them together.
Oh.
Okay, now hear me out
Yeah.
though. Hear me out.
Doesn't mean they can't use it again.
Last
Yeah,
Christmas didn't have Last Christmas, if I remember correctly.
correct.
So
Yeah, no, there
it
was
could be
no
called Last Kiss. Yeah,
Christmas,
innit?
I gave you my heart.
So we
Yeah,
could
it could be
get.
called Last Kiss.
You can still title it Last Kiss and just not
Yeah.
use the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they can use a song twice. Why not?
Yeah.
No, there's too
And now,
many.
now
better
they
not.
could use the OG version, but they would have produced this before.
There's way too many
Yeah.
other songs. We cannot be redoing songs.
True, yeah. Actually, we've had a lack of Taylor this
Taylor
season.
has
If
over
they use
100
the same one
songs.
again,
No, absolutely not.
over 100. I swear she has way more than that. Hold, let me open my playlist. In my playlist, I have 292 songs. Mostly, or like
Wow.
I've removed all too well 5-minute version and stuff, and I don't have like the non-Taylor's
Wow,
versions
that's
in there. But
insane.
292.
Wow.
That's including a couple of like unreleased stuff, so like Sweet and the Fiction Taylor's version and Beautiful Lies and stuff. But in general, there's about 290-ish or whatever, like songs altogether that she has. So
wow,
she's got a lot of songs.
So yeah,
she
she
can
better
use.
not. She better not. That's all. Well, who knows what this season will bring? We're only halfway through, and I literally don't know. I'm like, okay, they're obviously gonna end up together because no one would respect Jenny Han for her to stay with Jeremiah. But how is it gonna happen? Like, Jenny can't make him look so bad and then turn it around. She can't. She's gone too far. After this last episode, like, you can't make him, like, what would he have to do to be like?
She
what
made
would
a lot of us
Jeremiah-
Team Jeremiah before.
What would he have to do to make us Team Jeremiah again? Like,
I don't think
truly.
anything she can do, because every time he's on the screen now, I get the ick.
I know.
And I'm like his biggest fan. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. What would he? Yeah, he'd have to do some pretty crazy stuff. So
I don't think there is anything he can do, but we'll see.
I don't
We'll
think
see.
so. He'd have to be on his best behavior like every single time I saw him on screen. Like,
no, but like
so sweet and considerate and self-aware.
Now that I'm thinking about it, when Jeremiah's like, I really want this one thing. If I was Belly, I'd be like, yeah, well, you cheated on me, so your opinion's invalid.
Yeah. And also you're not here, so you don't get to like call the shots and be mad.
But then he got rid
She
of
doesn't-
her
she has
last
to throw that in his
thing.
face enough, you know? Like, he deserves. Like, I
True.
realized that it was semantical because I am very much like, it's not technically cheating because they very much
I'm the
broke
same,
up and didn't
yeah,
speak to each
like-
other, but still, like, you know that bothers her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough for her to not say yes to a proposal, though. Like, it took her like 2 days
You're
to get
right.
over it. Like, she was like, you know what? I'll just marry this man.
She's like, yeah, imagine if. And wait, have you seen Friends, Ammir, or am I gonna spoil something for you?
You can spoil Friends for me because I'm not planning on watching it.
I haven't seen it and I'm also not gonna watch it. So
But
Yeah,
do you
same,
know about
yeah.
the whole Ross and Rachel on a break thing?
Oh, I've
Like,
seen the
heard
scene.
of
Yeah. That's like the big
Yeah.
thing in there. I'm on a
Yeah,
break.
it's
We're on a
like-
break.
It took Rachel like 5 seasons to get over that they were on a break.
Were they on a
Now
break?
Got over it in 2 days.
people
It
have
was
brought
a-
up Belly is really insecure, and all
Yeah.
these things she does is stemming from like she's so insecure. She's so insecure. That's why she didn't know that Conrad was in love with her and like couldn't believe it, and like that's why she'll settle for less. And like, I don't know. The
I
question
mean, he
is,
also did play mind games with her.
yeah, the question is where does the insecurity stem from? Because seemingly she grew up with a pretty great life. So I would just like, I don't know. I wish we could tap more into like her psyche. Like, why are you like this? We know why
Read the
Jeremiah's
book.
like this. I mean, where's her trauma?
Oh no.
what's her trauma stemming from?
Girls
That's
are
what I
just
want to
insecure.
know.
What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, but a
it's
lot of
just
it's from
like,
like life. You're not just born. Not every
To
girl
be
is insecure.
fair, if she's
maybe
so
it comes
like,
from the fact that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if she's like so first world from like a happy lifestyle and everything, blah blah, smaller things are gonna be like so much more impactful for her. So like, it's like, like it's like subjective. Like something that's really bad for someone else can be like really small for her, but something really big for her will be small for someone else. Like, so maybe it's just the
Sure.
fact that she's had nothing happen that the smallest things are so big for her, and she's just like,
True. It's almost like the reverse effect.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah, because
think
like
she's a very she's a very like we see it as, oh, like she's privileged, she like goes to the beach every summer and blah blah blah,
yeah,
but like she went through her parents' divorce. I think her mom has high expectations for her. She felt like she had this unrequited love with Conrad for like her whole life, and then her first relationship is with him, and unfortunately the timing of that, although again now we're getting different views of the relationship. Up until this episode, the views we got were from Belly's perspective, which was her remembering like the negative moments, like prom
sure.
and times where he let her down. So
Yeah. Creating
like
trust issues for
like
sure.
I mean, I know Ryan and I are for sure this way. It's like if you could have someone tell you 5 positive things about yourself and then give you one critique, just a light critique, and we would hyper focus on that. Like,
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
think of
exactly,
that of how she
yeah.
views the Conrad
Yeah.
situation.
I
It's like all these
understand.
other things don't really matter because at the end of the day, like we broke up and he seems to not care.
I completely understand all of it as an insecure girly myself with relationship and life trauma. I just wish we got more of it because, like, I know you said it's in the books, but just from the show, I'm like, yeah, all they've given us is like, yeah, she's this like pretty privileged girl who has like 2 beautiful men and like life's so hard.
Yeah.
But like we're not given enough like empathy. Like I don't have empathy for her based on what we've been given, you know? Like she's painted not great. And I
Yeah,
can't
I
just
think that's
say,
just
"Oh,
where
she's a
like the
girl, she's
inner
insecure." It's like, I guess, but like,
I
you
think
know?
that's where, yeah, where like it's just hard to convey that in a show without the inner dialogue. Like, for example, her at the end of season 2 saying, "That's Conrad for you. He gives and then he
It
takes
takes
away." Like
away. Yeah.
that's her acknowledging like that part of it,
Well, we've seen,
you
like,
know?
Jeremiah everyone's been vulnerable, I feel like, except for her. Like, Jeremiah's had his moments where we get it, where he's coming from. Conrad's had his moments, and, like, I feel like she's the only one who's, like, just skating by, making bad decisions, and you're like, "Why?"
Tori
And,
made a
like,
really good
you should
point in
have
chat. Tori's just put her saying she could be insecure about her body image, or she could be a big overthinker. Her saying she feels like she was a side character when she was with Taylor in season 1. I remember that happening, and obviously, I
Mhm.
think she was way out of line because obviously, like Taylor was right. She's just making everything about herself, but like clearly, she has a certain view of herself where she feels like nothing is about her, and like she is a side character to everything, and like
Yeah.
even though
And
we
in the
know
book,
that's not
you
the
kind
case.
of yeah, in the book, you kind of get the impression that throughout their childhood, it was like they got to the beach and Steven's buddy with the boys, and she's always the odd one out, kind of like
Mm,
that bike scene.
Yeah, yeah,
And again, all of those types of things in the book don't play out the way that one did, where like Conrad stayed back and helped her. Like there are other examples where all of the boys go off and do their own thing, and she's stuck at home with the moms and whatever.
yeah.
So it's like there's a lot more examples of her feeling like the odd one. I mean, the show is literally called The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's like she didn't get her confidence
Yeah.
until the beginning. Like she
yeah.
didn't start to feel any sort of attention or confidence in herself until when the show starts.
Okay,
Which
yeah.
I remember I liked that was, like, the most we got of her is in the beginning when, yeah, it was like, wow, coming into her own, like, the summer, like, you know, classic situation, you grew up with these dudes and, like, you guys are growing up, and next thing you know, they're finally looking at you and seeing you, and you're like, "Oh." And I appreciated all of that. I feel like we've just lost the plot at this point. Like, Belly is like gone, like it's all gone so far off the rails. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when like we did get like, you know, like I really liked her. Like she's a really likable character. And now I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like
Yeah,
you
that's the
already had
thing.
trust
Like,
issues because Conrad broke your heart, and yet you're gonna let a man cheat on you, and like it's like kind of like it's yeah. And then now Conrad's coming back and clearly showing that, you know, like he's deserving of you, and yet you're like, I'm gonna keep picking the boy who's doing literally the least and continues to just but the mind
Yeah,
games, like you said.
you're very recency biased because it's like this one episode, she's finally starting to get attention from Conrad again, and he's finally starting to be honest with her when she has 4 years with Jeremiah right now.
But
But if that's
the entire season has been a mess of Jeremiah. Like he's not really
But the
been good
entire
at all.
season is like two weeks maybe.
It's
yeah,
a
but
crazy
like,
2
maybe
weeks
it's a window into
though.
the whole year. Like clearly that's like when we saw them at the beginning of the season, like with them in college, it just felt very like this is what we do. Like, yeah, like we chose each other because, you know, why not? I don't know. And like
we
they were
got a flashback
happy, but
to when
like,
they cheated and stuff, which was like what, like about a couple of months, like
oh
half a
yeah,
year ago
their
or
fight.
something. So that was
Yeah.
like they've been like that for about like 6 or 7 months at that point. I
Yeah.
feel
Red
like
flag
so,
for yeah.
She's definitely in denial. Like I said, we're
yeah.
like we all said, they're trying to prove something to each other that like we chose
Right.
each other and we're gonna keep choosing each other. Like we're
Yeah.
meant
Right.
to be, and they're being delusional. Yeah.
But she has another option. I could see if like Conrad wasn't in the picture, it'd be like maybe be more stubborn about it. But like, girl, you have another option.
But he
Like,
just came back into the picture.
yeah.
Like
True, he has no
obviously this
way.
episode felt like a huge changing point because you're getting his perspective finally, and you know he's been in love with her since the hotel and never stopped loving her and blah blah blah. But from her perspective, she hasn't seen the dude in like 2 years, and he ran a few
True.
errands with her.
True. I guess, yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like, I'm like basically how we viewed the peach scene from his perspective. Like I said, when you read the book, she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I'm feeling this way. Like I am shaky, but she can't tell what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
And it's like, yeah, she's like, she's not gonna just all of a sudden be like, let me try and kiss my fiance's brother.
That's fair.
I thought he would have gone for it though.
Fair.
Like he was there, he got closer to her. He was like eyeing her up whilst he was cleaning her lips, and it just
Oh,
felt.
he totally would.
Yeah.
But he's respectful enough not to. He's like, if she goes for it, I'm not gonna say no. But
Real. Yeah.
he's not gonna be the one to do it because he's also respectful, you know? So
I feel like the other like final thing I'll leave you with as like the big picture takeaway is, like I said, seasons 1 and 2, you're seeing Conrad like not living up to the standard that Belly always had for him, right? And so now you guys are like, oh my gosh, where was this Conrad all along? And that's kind of the point. It's like he wasn't that Conrad then, but this is the Conrad she always loved. And then on the flip side, it's like the same with Belly. Like she was always like all her positive personality traits are gone right now. Like she's at her rock bottom. Conrad's rock bottom was Susanna's death, and that was like, and now he's on the up, and she's like still on the downward spiral and like losing herself to try and make Jeremiah happy. And Conrad's looking at her like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? So
the recency
and
bias
another big
is
thing in the
wrong.
book that I feel like you're missing, that is not conveyed in the show, but like Annika said it, her college friend. Annika was like, you care too much what other people think. Like if you want to marry Jeremiah, marry Jeremiah. So it's like it's a constant theme of like she wants other people's approval.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
to make other people happy.
As does Jeremiah. So yeah.
But Conrad sees her potential. He's not like judging her for these little moments either.
No, of
But
course
she
not.
is
She could
playing
do
him,
literally
though.
no wrong. She could do nothing wrong, which like that is a gift. Like whereas Jeremiah's mad because you didn't get strawberries or the cake. Like, you know, is that a man that you want?
I just feel bad for Conrad. He's getting played. I know she's in herself right now, but like she's going back and forth between two guys. Like
it is an interesting thought because it is so true. It's like, yeah, in her mind, like during the peach scene, she's realizing the feeling she's awakening to, but she has no idea what he thinks. Even though it's like he is looking at you a certain way, and now he's cleaning your face with his shirt. So it's like, you know, but do you know? But you never really know, because like, why would she think that he is into her? You know, she's probably like, it's been 4 years. Like, yeah, he's giving me looks, but and like he's hanging out with me and he's doing all these nice things, but you know, does he actually like me? Yeah, I mean, I get that. So
Yeah, she's like, sorry that you got stuck doing this with me. I know it's lame. He's like, no, it's fine.
yeah.
I love you.
Who said that?
I'm very interested to see how that dynamic is going to go for the next few episodes, at least, because I just feel like we're gonna get some like big 180 shifts again, like next episode and stuff.
Belly's gonna redeem herself. She's got to. She's gonna be like, wake up one day and be like, "What am I doing? This isn't me. I don't even know what cacao is or care."
She's like, I don't care about any of this. Like,
what's the difference? Just like, I don't freaking know. Yeah, it's not something you should be saying about your own wedding. It's like, then why are you doing it?
Much like I couldn't wait for you guys to just like literally see episode 1 because I knew we'd find out about the Jeremiah Cabo stuff. I think I know exactly what the next episode's going to entail. Okay. And which part of like which chapters it will cover. And yeah, we'll reconvene in a couple of episodes.
Oh
but
my god!
Oh boy.
I can't even tell you guys how hard it is to know everything that's about to happen.
Oh no. It's gonna pop off. That's what you're saying.
I really can't. I'm not ready.
So we'll regroup. And yeah, people want to know, Ammir, if you were streaming Tate later. So
real quick then, on that note, tonight Tate McRae and Gracie Abrams are playing at the same time. So I'll be doing Gracie Abrams because she's in LA and it's rumored that she's going to bring out someone else again today. And because she's done the second show of every location, she's brought someone out. And she also has a surprise song every show, whereas Tate, her show's probably going to be the same as it usually is. So that's why I'm going to do Gracie over Tate. So anyone who wants to watch Tate, I'm sorry, but I can't be the person today for that. But anyways,
exciting.
Back to this.
Well,
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I can't wait to have you guys back on again. We need to sort something out ASAP.
I know.
Dude, I know. I know. And yeah, if you keep watching the episodes live, I will be awake. So
I will.
And we'll bully Molly into watching the finale with us so we can all.
Yeah, I'm going to get my sleep the next couple of weeks, but by the time we start reaching the end, it's going to get challenging.
We could FaceTime. That's what Molly and I used to do. We could FaceTime the finale.
Oh my god, like a big watch party.
A little hang. A little hang.
Yes, I'm so game.
3 a.m. watch party.
Molly's like, guys, it's so late for me. I'm like, it's midnight. It's fine.
I mean, with the Vancouver Eras Tour shows, I mean, we were watching your streams until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then Ryan and I were doing our like recaps after. We were pulling all-nighters. So I mean, I guess
we were all doing that.
Molly, like, Molly, you have it in you. Take the next day off. I'll take the next day off. It's 2 months from now.
For a finale, I'd say it's worth it. One day in like 2 months.
It's just a Thursday. Come on, girl. I know you got unlimited PTO.
No, it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, actually, I think I did take
2 months from now.
I think I did. I don't know if I took the Monday off after the Eras Tour or not. I think maybe I did, and literally my boss at the time like knew I took it off because of the Eras.
Well, she's not gonna know now.
Oh, she's not at my company anymore, so you know. Yeah,
more for a reason to take it off.
My PTO.
Yeah, the year's almost over. Get that PTO. Maybe I'll take it off. I have unlimited PTO too. So what am I saying? I don't need to because I'm a night owl, but like, why not? Let's just all take Wednesday off. Like TSITP finale. Let's go.
And
all right. Well, Ammir, maybe I don't know if you're gonna take a nap or whatever before Gracie, but good luck.
Thank you. So I'm not. I'm just gonna try and stay awake. Yeah. It's 3 a.m. now, and I start streaming at 5 a.m. So I've got 2 hours.
Yeah, Ammir's just nocturnal. So
I respect that.
Gotta do what I gotta do. You guys know what it was like during the Eras tour. You just had to do it. It was painful, but
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
that was like half a week
Well,
at a time as well of just staying up all night. That
I
was
know.
crazy.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
champion.
I miss it though. I do miss it. That was like an experience that I would just take back in a heartbeat. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm
I was,
sure you
I
guys
was
do.
grateful for the break. I'm not gonna lie.
Like the Singapore and Australia shows, I would set an alarm at like I forget what time it was in Eastern time, like 5 a.m. or something, to watch the surprise songs. I like roll over in bed, watch them, and then try to go back to sleep.
Oh my god. Oh my, that's crazy.
Yeah, but you're awake for the whole thing, so it's different.
It was yeah, that was something. Yeah, but you guys were up for the Toronto and Vancouver ones till like whatever time in the morning and
Well,
stuff. So.
pretty much once you started streaming, I watched all of your live streams, no matter what the time zone was. But you weren't streaming yet for Singapore and Australia, right?
No, I started
Yeah.
Dublin.
Yeah.
It was like 20th of June or something. I started streaming, and then
Yeah, once you took it over, it was like appointment TV, you know?
yes. Yes.
It was like, we're tuning in for Paramore. Let's go. Locked in for 5 hours on a
Oh
news
my
channel.
god, that was crazy though. The fact that we all would stay together for 5 hours a day, 3 or 4 days a week was wild. Like,
I got so much done around the house while I would be watching you too.
That's so fun. Oh my god. Praying that Taylor goes back on tour next year, or at least we get an announcement early next year, and then maybe like either end of 2026 or start 2027 we get a tour. Fingers crossed. I missed that.
Can't wait. TS12, baby.
Yes. It nearly happened today. It nearly did. We were so close.
Are the sites back up and running? Have we?
Yeah,
confirmed?
they got back up and running. Like
I was like, I feel like Molly being the rational one, but like as someone who works on websites, I was like, sadly, it's just an error for whoever does their shop.
Yeah. It's so annoying.
It was just her, but because it was other people, I'm like.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that everyone noticed hers first though? Because obviously everyone's got an eye on her, and no one really like keeps an eye on the other accounts. And they were like, "Let's check the other ones." Oh wait, everything's down.
Thank God they did that.
Yeah, also, for anyone who doesn't know, Taylor, Gracie, and Sabrina's stores all went down at the same time, right as we were about to hop on for this. And we're freaking out, and we're like, check another site. Let's see like if it's widespread or if it's just the 3 of them. And then Alex checked Kendrick. And I'm like, we have to stop checking the Tay family.
Yeah.
Right. Check someone who Taylor wouldn't collab with.
In there, like just a massive collab with all of them. Just drops that once a bunch.
All right. Well, good luck with your Gracie stream.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming on for this.
We'll all regroup soon. Yeah.
Yes, we will do. All right. Take care, everyone, and I shall see you guys later. Goodbye.